That's an obscure one, but it could be a good one. Bill, we're talking about uncomfortable interviews we've had over the years.
Yeah, we want to put something together.
And we might put a special together.
Oh, you know what's funny? I was
at Asner.
Yeah. I mentioned that. I
think
did. First.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, that was a
There
bad
was
one.
a guy on one of my on. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, I'm on.
Your headphones are probably fucked up.
Jesus, is this on?
Fuck it up.
I was on a flight recently, and some guy from behind looked like Lou Grant. Just some random guy.
I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, so
that's a great pick.
So I took a picture of the guy, and I go, Ed Asner was on my flight. I was too nervous to take a picture, and everyone was just like, he should have asked you for your autograph. Like, people actually thought it was him. The guy had he was bald, but his hair was brown. He was clearly...
He was a lot younger than...
Yeah, clearly. There was a couple people who got it who was just like, wow, that guy hasn't aged a day.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of them. But then all of a sudden, everyone started writing all this stuff. Don't tell him you're friends with Opie. Don't tell him about the O&A show. And I was like, God, what happened this time?
Well, it
I was playing a poker tournament.
It seems when Ant's not around, it gets a little ugly at times. Ant was in the middle of a poker tournament in L.A., and it was me, Joe Rogan. Who else was there? Jimmy, obviously.
Yeah.
And we talked to Ed Asner, and it was so boring. I basically told him, he has to go.
They're telling us you have to go. Yeah. And
he was all confused. And yeah.
He said, fuck you?
You've never heard this?
Oh, yeah,
No.
he did.
Can we play this for Bill Burr today?
Ed Asner saying, fuck you.
And
I think we have just a really short version of
He was legitimately angry.
Yeah, we don't need the long version, just to the point. And we're going to put a special together, uncomfortable interviews.
Yeah.
On the Opie and Anthony show.
Our collection.
Yeah.
Of uncomfortable interviews.
Chris Jericho with Jimmy. There might be too many. This might have to be a two-parter.
Two-parter?
Ashley Dupree.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Was recent.
This could be like a vacation thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
And I remember throughout the years, let's say, we've always said that we'll replay that big fight that happened one day if there was a time where it made sense and it could be narrated or whatever. Maybe this is a good place for that.
True.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That could be like the big capper.
The big capper, we can do that too.
That was highly uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
The money shot.
Absolutely.
You were excited.
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were making fun of because you said the big capper. And you really
No,
didn't
I
get
think that was it was a big thing that happened on the show, and I don't think it's ever been replayed, to be honest.
Wait, you gotta back it up where he calls me the Destroyer. That's
the whole clip's a minute and a half. I thought you wanted to get right to the
a minute and a half.
part.
We could kill a minute and a half.
Oh, that's
for this.
why they were saying Opie the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone's coming up when Patrice offended that cheerleader who wouldn't take her coat off. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, it was
bad.
we had the lingerie bowl.
Yeah, lingerie ball.
People in.
And she hated fucking Patrice.
And the porn star that left crying.
Yeah. That was a good one.
There was also the Sports
This sounds like a trilogy of books. The porn star that left crying. The butterfly that attacked the hornet. Or whatever.
You won't believe.
We might not.
The porn star that left crying.
We might not be able to do this. There's too many.
There was a Sports Illustrated model we had on the phone, and Ope got her all upset, and she hung up because he kept saying how awkward her pinky toe was in her photos.
This girl was perfect.
Yeah,
she really was. But I noticed that her pinky toe was a little strange, so I obsessively just talked about that to the point she got really depressed and sad and hung up.
What about when Amanda Pete called in?
Amanda Pete was... What did I do there?
You called her tit silly or something.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't like that.
No, she didn't.
I think
You guys should do your own Hollywood show. Remember that show, Coming Up Next? And they always kiss the celebrity's ass. You guys just do it the other way.
The other way around.
But it's still just as bubbly.
Put this on the Facebook page, then have the hardcore listeners really figure this out for us, and we'll do the top ones of all time, because there is a bunch. All right. Hey, we have one more most annoying 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. The Ed Asner first? What do you want to do? Let's do the most annoying 30 seconds. We'll get this out of the way.
Yeah.
$2,000 up for grabs, courtesy of Steven Singer. IHateStevenSinger.com. The last entry today, Mike Ford, the last finalist.
Mike?
I'm Sam.
No, I'm Sam.
No, I'm Sam.
How could you be
No,
Sam if I'm Sam?
No, I'm Sam.
How do you do? I'm Sam. How could you be Sam if I'm Sam?
I'm Sam.
How could you be Sam if I'm Sam? I'm Sam.
I'm Sam.
No, I'm Sam. from New Rock City.
That's annoying.
Yeah, he makes it.
Yeah, keep him in there.
All right, so
See how it pans out at the end.
Unfortunately, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have 12 in the contest.
Yeah.
We only knocked out 7.
That's okay.
So we'll replay all of them again.
Yeah.
And then we'll make some
at it.
hard, some.
That's how you know if it's truly annoying. If you keep playing it and you still hate it.
All right.
I swear, I was in the fucking Caribbean for 2 weeks, and I was fine. Yesterday, here in New York,
You look a little red.
I went out in my fucking backyard and laid down on a chaise lounge, as they call it, chaise lounge by the pool, and fried my face. Look. Look at my neck.
The fuck, dude?
It's like where the shirt was, because all I did was lay down and like pass out. I was tired. I'm fucking.
You're fried.
I'm fried.
Just say you got some color. You look all right over there.
It's crazy.
You got a little life,
Well,
little twinkle in your eye.
I had some. Yeah, I had a tan up until yesterday when I laid out in my backyard, which apparently is on the equator, and fucking just burnt my face.
How many hours did you pass out for?
I don't know, maybe an hour and a half.
6 years.
Yeah, just fucking all day till it was dark out.
Yeah, 90 minutes. That'll do it.
Oh, it will. Yeah, an hour and a half of just in the blazing sun.
I would have had to
great.
call in sick if I was out there for 40 minutes.
Oh, please, yeah. You're a little
Bill
what they call
knows.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair skin.
So you can handle that. That'll be tan within a day.
Yeah, it'll be
Guys
all right,
like me
but,
and Bill, that's a week of fucking torture.
But I woke
Yeah,
up
he
and
doesn't
like
even
my
look
eyes
that
are
red.
swollen.
No.
Like I'm a fucking mess. I feel it. It's like everything's tight.
Sure that's from the
bronze
sun.
tan
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's well,
The
booze
empty
probably.
bottle of Jack next to you and the 12-year-old you were with.
Jesus.
Not 12. Wrong number.
12-year-old.
17.
That's how old the
3/4.
scotch was.
Yeah, nice 12-year-old scotch.
That's a good Anthony roast joke.
Of course.
What was older, your scotch or your date?
I am quite a ghoul. Quite the creepy ghoul.
No, but it makes it so much less creepier if someone owns up to the fact that they're creepy. If you were defending it, it's like...
You're right.
You know,
I'm not trying to hide a
You know,
thing.
Anthony has a cape when he opens the front
Yes.
door.
Come in.
Big giant knocker.
He puts a
Please enter my house.
He puts a pillow
I
on
must-
Danny's back.
I must suck the youth out of you.
How old are you? Let me count. 1, 2, 11.
Come out to the pool. We will go in the jacuzzi.
And she said, Anthony, how'd you get out here so quick?
Yeah, I just flutter out the back door.
He doesn't turn into a bat, though. He turns into like a fucking old pigeon.
Stephen, that's from Bayshore. Count Wapula.
That's me. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
I
gonna
don't like fucking touching old bitches.
Well, you can always change your ways.
No, never.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, that's perfect. What the fuck
like
are you going
that
to do?
shit. I don't like fucking.
There's your T-shirt right there. Count Wapula. What the fuck are you going to do?
What are you gonna
What the fuck are you going to do?
I hate when bitches' fucking tits look like you got to rub saddle soap between them. That leathery fucking horrid shit. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, like the Real Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
With
God.
their-
See, you watch
the
that. it's like-
elasticity's gone in their skin, but they're still wearing that hot little top.
yeah. Oh, that's
I like that shit.
horrible.
I like a nice MILF.
No.
The little freckles, the chest
You
freckles.
don't like that.
From being out in the sun for the last 30
Fuck
years.
that. I like
Yeah.
a tilf.
I like when they got a
Teen.
I like when they got a little arm fat.
You
I
like
when
that
the
little
face is
fucking
pulled,
thing?
when the face is pulled back, but the fucking arms are all wrinkled up still. I like that.
When they're showing them walking away in that gown at some gala event, and the backs of their elbows look like frowny faces. Meh. Meh. Yeah, the elbow skin is like, meh. You just got to put 2 eyes back there.
Their armpit looks like a pussy.
Oh, God, yeah, the armpit. How does that? You look gorgeous. Oh, the face is out all the work, but the neck is fucking telling you a story.
Yeah, the
dots.
Angela Lansbury.
The dots on their nipples are too big.
Oh, God.
right, even I tuned out with that.
Yeah, see, it's
Tapped out Joe.
Yeah.
You know what's sick? I was my girl watches all those Real Housewives shows, and when I saw the one for Orange County, I just looked at it like, all right, they picked out the 6 biggest freaks, they put them on here. No one really looks like this. I did the improv down there. Just walk through them all. It's not obviously not everybody, but the level of fucking plastic surgery, it's worse than Hollywood. It's
really
bad. It's like suburban
bad
plastic surgery. Even the guys, they got that Bruce Jenner facelift where you're white, but you're starting to look slightly Asian.
Where your eyes
it
can't fucking... They can never get them the same either.
They can't figure that out.
You become completely... Like, you're not symmetrical anymore. One eye's going up. The more they smile, the worse it gets. That smile sideways.
No,
How the fuck do they get away with that?
And the mother,
it's malpractice.
the mother and the daughter like shop at the same place. Like they could trade wardrobe clothes.
Oh yeah, Forever 21. Yeah. Let's go to Forever 21, Mom. And she thinks she looks it.
Yeah, the dad's wearing those True Religions, like a dragon, diamond dragon on the back pocket.
Yeah, I got pictures. Yeah. Go through just taking pictures of people, tweeting them.
I tell you what I do like is those mob wives. Those chicks are hot.
We had them in.
We had them in.
They're not hot.
The tall, the skinny ones?
not.
The redhead?
There
was one Jimmy was losing his mind over. She was
that's
hot.
what does it for me. That type of fucking
White trash.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
shit out of you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, if you take a woman,
Anthony,
like,
be honest.
A lady.
I'll be honest.
Please.
A still very well put together
Broad.
45 to 50-year-old broad, and put her up against an 18-year-old. You got to take the 18-year-old.
I totally disagree.
Because it just feels better on your fingers.
It's too wet.
The skin is better. It's too wet.
It's too wet.
It's too wet.
The vagina lips are just cold from not being in use.
Would you take a fat 19-year-old or an in-shape 42-year-old?
I'd probably take the fat 18-year-old.
Oh, this is fun. All right.
No,
a
young-
19-year-old, wait a minute. A 19-year-old had a kid, C-section, or a hot 41.
Any fucking kid, any woman that's had a kid at that age gets a few years added. So that
C-section.
Yeah, then
19.
you gotta go with the older broad.
Okay, ready?
41.
Yeah,
Here's one. An 18
C-section.
And the 41-year-old hasn't had a C-section.
No. Her dad didn't stick around. She still thinks she looks hot. She's doing that shit.
You gotta go with the 40.
No kids.
Then you gotta go with the 41-year-old.
An 18-year-old redhead, one gray tooth, that lost around 300 pounds, but she's hot now.
White, like flappy tits.
Yeah, she's hot now, though.
So what's the problem?
Against
The one gray
a
tooth?
42-year-old smoking hot.
Who smokes cigarettes?
Smokes cigarettes and talks like this. Anthony, come here for a second. I love your huge cock.
Keep it out of the sun. I don't know.
Why are you
That's
always in the basement watching videos on Netflix?
That's a toss-up. I might have to flip over the...
I gotta.
What's going to be the deal breaker? Something that comes out of one of their mouths.
Yeah, that would be.
The 18-year-old, when you
I
take her
don't
clothes off,
remember
though,
ACDC. All right, you're out.
No, you're in. You're in. You're in. Good.
I got a dilemma. I got a dilemma one
Yeah.
for you. Here it is.
Okay. All right.
40 years old,
Yeah.
pretty good body, decent tits, immaculate vagina. Immaculate vagina. Tight, pink, beautiful.
Painted on the inside, on the ceiling of a strip club.
Oh,
that
wow.
level of
Okay.
immaculate.
Just beautiful.
Very good.
Or an 18-year-old, pretty good body, bad tits, and her pussy just smells like the inside of a tooth that fell out of your mouth.
Then I got to go 40.
Yeah, that's it. No, you should have upped the number. You should have said 49.
Yeah, you made it a little too
Bill's
easy.
like, you made it too easy.
Bill's right. You almost had
made it too easy.
I like to see that Ed picks a few older broads, though.
Well, yeah, I'm not completely insane with just youth does not instantly mean best.
It doesn't.
But I'm saying for the most part, I would rather take a 18, 19, 20-year-old girl that would probably be looked at as more of a mess than the older women that's better put together, I guess.
It doesn't bug you that their spinal cord isn't fully developed? Like you can
But I'm not
feel
going
the
with
bones?
a fucking zygote.
What's wrong with
What are
you,
you
Bobby?
talking about? You can't, at this point, you can't distinguish her from a dolphin embryo.
Doesn't it
They look
bother
the
you?
same.
Does it bother you can't throw her against the wall without having to worry about hurting her?
What is Bobby talking about? Jesus.
It was a joke that he went young.
All right, here's a good one.
I got it.
A hot 39-year-old versus a 7 who's 18, but you got to meet her parents when you pick her up.
Yeah,
Now you got Anthony.
that adds a psychological thing into it, where it's
Ant's
like,
not a fan of the father.
No, I like when they.
I bet the father's not a big fan of old Wapula.
But
Yeah,
the good
it's
thing
fair.
is, the only girls that age that would go out with me are ones that the father is so fucked up or out of the picture.
Just a
Like,
huge
that's
fan of the show. She likes your tan.
Really, my tan. I was on a cruise. It's great.
You have to tell the father you're the captain, and then maybe if he had some sort of
The
military
captain.
background, he'd.
Well, that's great. I was in the Navy myself. Oh, Christ. I got to learn nautical terms. Yeah, tie me a sheep shank. He throws me a rope like Quint. You got soft hands, Mr. Comia, from counting money all your life. Not talking about hooking bluegills or Tommy cats. Shark in a black eye, lifeless eye. Talking about sharking, working for a living.
All right, what about a 19-year-old smoking hot, batshit fucking crazy, 40-year-old smoking hot, really well controlled?
All right, hold the
What's wrong
phone.
with you, Joe?
Hold the
You
phone.
fucked it up.
Have you listened
to that shit?
No,
crazy?
not even that. Have you listened to the show? That is the only girls those are the only girls I ever see. Batshit crazy.
Yeah, I know, but so I'm asking from your experience.
Yes,
Would-
I go
would
with
you
the batshit crazy.
You'd still go with batshit?
It's my
fucked
type.
it up,
I just
Joe.
I
Why
like
wouldn't
the
the Wapula
lunatics.
go with batshit crazy?
You are batshit crazy, and I'm a bat. And anyway, the any of the older girls that I have
He
been out
walks
with.
through his house with one of those giant candle holders.
Yeah, there's no lights on. It's just a big candelabra that I walk from room to room with.
Yeah, Anthony,
With
why
my
is your
nightcap on. Walk around. You could stay in this room. Lightning comes through the window. And,
do you talk about the children of the night?
yes,
As you walk through
the
that?
children of the night. Pull the strings. Pull the strings. Yeah, it's even though the older broads I've been
Flex with a mirror
they're crazy
over his bed,
too.
but you can't see him.
Yeah, look. Oh, you look beautiful. I
Looks
come
like
up
she's
behind her in the mirror.
Anthony, why is your shadow over there?
Could you invite me into your room? I cannot just walk in. Boo. I am quite, like I said, quite the ghoul.
We need a black girl scenario. That'll trick them.
Oh, okay.
We need to get a black girl
I don't
scenario.
have the ages right. Somebody else do it.
The black girl's got to be young, obviously. There's a racist thing that is happening with
Now,
it.
is she fat?
No,
With
18.
the PH.
No, the black girl.
Yeah, she's fat with
The
a
black
PH.
girl's got to be young and smoking.
Yeah.
And what's the equivalent that just fucking makes it where he has a tough decision here?
35-year-old.
Yeah.
Was the perfect girl next door, but she's 35, got a little bit of crow's feet. She's a bit of a cunt.
Yeah, but she's got a lot of cash.
And she pushed out a kid.
And she pushed out a kid.
Or the really hot smoking 19-year-old. Nothing wrong with her. We're testing your racism.
I
right
probably
now.
have to go with the black chick.
There you go. Wow, it's turning a new leaf.
Are you feeling okay?
All right,
I think I would.
You got a fever from all that sun yesterday?
Like Francine was years ago.
Yeah. I think you kind
Here
of
we
had
go.
a little something for Francine.
Well,
the problem with Francine was she was the wrong color, or you would have knocked that one.
I probably
knocked
would
that one out.
I probably would have hit that if I wasn't in a relationship at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I probably would have banged Francine.
Oh, this is breaking news.
Look at this. You spent
At
a
the
few
time.
hours out in the sun. All of a sudden, you can relate to the blacks.
No, I can't. I got up early. See, that's another one of those stereotype jokes.
Wow. Ant just admitted he would have sex with a black girl.
Yeah,
We've been trying to get that done for
No, I think everybody
years.
knows I would have banged Francine years ago.
Yeah.
She kind of,
But she was, what? She used to tell us. What kind of black was she again?
What? She was a Tootsie.
A Tootsie.
She was a Tootsie, so she was tall, got a little light skin.
She made fun of the other black girls for not being
Yeah.
Tootsies.
For being the fucking, what's the other one that they had in Rwanda? The Tootsie and the fucking
John Seattle.
There's like 9 jokes that just came out that you don't want to say.
no, the Hutu.
Hutu.
Right, Tootsie and the Hutu.
What about a
John Julie.
one more?
Yeah.
What about a Helen Mirren situation?
Oh, yeah.
Get the fuck out of How does any guy look at that old bat and think?
Let's get a
I was going to say, that just sounds like an old lady name.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a scenario
We're playing
going.
cards over
You
Helen's
better come
tonight.
up with a good scenario.
Who's Helen
'Cause I ain't
Mirren?
touching that fucking. You know she just smells like baby powder and grandma.
No, she's hot, man.
She smells like a ghost.
No,
She's kind of hot, right, Joe?
I
love
think
her.
I think
I
when
love her.
guys your age are a little too into way older women, there's some kind of fucking issue there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're clean as a whistle sitting over there.
No, believe me, I realize
issue-free.
my issues are my issues.
Yeah.
But
No, he has very mainstream issues. He's an older guy who wants to bang younger women.
Yeah, wow.
Rather
Call
than
me an idiot.
rather than just think
Not
about
wants
it.
to.
yeah,
Bought a big house so
Yeah.
he could.
right. Look, I have no delusions. Believe me, if I was knocking tin, I'd be with Helen Mirren. I know what this gig has gotten me. It's amazing.
I know all my MILF issues come from, I'm obsessed with MILFs. I know it all probably stems from the adoption and abandonment and all
It
that
has
stuff.
to,
I
right?
don't doubt it.
But how does that translate into something sexual? That seems sick.
I just.
Wait, I want to go.
He's sitting there banging children.
I want to.
Anthony bought
I
a
mean, can I
10-room
tell you
house.
something, dude? At your age, a girl 21 is a child. What do you talk about?
He has to have a room full of dolls.
I just watched fucking a room full of dolls.
He does.
Go in there
He
and
gives him
play.
a stuffed animal at the end of the night.
He has to fuck him in a crib.
Jesus.
Wow.
Don't be
Why?
wise.
Big crib.
He goes, no, big crib.
It's a big crib, like like a regular sized person.
They're
crib.
all legal. They've all been legal. I swear.
They come. They go.
That's going to be Anthony when he represents himself in his trial. Just says he's going to be knocking on that big legal
They've
table.
all been legal.
Yeah, because no lawyer
The jury's
will help
just
him
going to be
out.
looking like, oh, God.
Got to represent himself.
Oh,
Don't you think what you did that night was a little disgusting? Objection! They've all been
objection, Your
legal.
Honor.
I want to go back to Joe, the oldest girl, with this MILF thing you have going. How old were you and how old was she?
The biggest age gap I think I ever. Well, here's the two, and I got to do the math. But the two biggest age gaps I ever had was when I was 21. I lost my virginity very late, obviously, at 21 to like a 37-year-old woman. But then when I was in my late 20s, I made out with and fingered over the pants a 60-year-old woman in a bar. She was hot, though.
I love how we all end our horrible stories with, but she was hot,
I
man.
paid a 78-year-old lady to fucking play with my asshole and jerk me off.
No,
I
you
gave her
didn't.
120. Fuck you, I didn't.
78? No, you didn't.
West Hollywood, up the street from Whiskey a Go-Go.
Really?
Not 78.
Swear to God, dude.
Was she
I
an
was
old
into this-
hooker?
I was into this mature massage.
Mature is one thing.
How do you know she was 78? Did you look at her
Because
driver's
You
license?
had to know,
She had a
right?
hack
She
license
has that
hanging
Amelia
up.
Earhart headshot.
Miss Crabtree hairdo.
I got into mature massage because it was cheaper. It was like, they were like $100.
That tells you right there my side of the story.
And I went.
Why is it cheaper?
It's cheaper because they're fucking 80.
Thank you.
I went up. She had
know
to
what
be
a young
like
Thai boy
She might have
costs?
been older. She had her.
She has a loose lip sync ships tattoo on her forearm.
Yeah, I like Ike.
Paid her in war bonds.
She couldn't give me.
You knew she was going to be in her 70s when you showed up?
I didn't know because her face was phased out on the website.
What age
But
does the mature massage start at?
it should start around 40.
Yeah.
40, and they're usually a little chunky, but they're very nice. They give you like 2 hours, very cheap. They give you one lady used to fucking.
Did she fall asleep at any point during this?
But this lady, her knuckles were. She had arthritis in her
Of
knuckles.
course she did.
So she couldn't
slow down.
She could only give me a massage like with a fucking
Fred
claw
Sanford hand.
massage. Oh, God, would she have the big knuckles and the twisted fingers?
Yeah.
How do you know she was 78?
And the nightie didn't fit. She had a nightie
she had a
on.
nightie on?
She had
78 is so old.
She had
That's
cotton
crazy.
candy hair where it was like, all burnt out from years of
That
dying.
puppy, they tease it up to try to cover up that they have like 8 strands per inch.
She had a bald spot in the back.
She had a picture of her with the not famous yet Elvis.
Was she into it, or did she have to?
my high school.
Was she into it, or did she have to just pay rent? And this is what she did.
She had to pay rent, I think.
She wasn't into it?
I mean, she had a little. It was right up on West Hollywood, up on the hills, right off the hills, and she had like a house with like a little elevator in it and shit. I think she probably had this house for years and couldn't pay for it anymore. Probably was a hottie patati back in the day.
Forget
back
about
in the
it.
20s.
I bet if you IMDb'd her, she was like 5th lead in like Psycho. She almost made it.
Something.
So she got the house.
You know, Errol Flynn rode in this elevator.
Yeah, really?
When did
Jerk
you-
me off, Grandma?
Did you know she was really old before you showed up?
No, I thought.
So when you showed up, you said, "What the hell?" Anyway.
I was there, and then I felt bad. I just felt bad, like she was this fucking poor lady's doing it. I remember she took my hand, but she couldn't hold it, like I had to hold like a knuckle.
Oh, my hand.
And
What
then-
did she? What did she want? What was the sexual thing she did to you?
It's a massage with a little hand job. She had like fucking 90 cats too. They were just looking at me disgusted.
Oh, great, crazy cat lady.
And then there was a prostate massage supposedly in it, but she was giving me the massage.
Wait,
the hand job.
Suppose what?
Wait.
Supposedly.
Oh no,
Supposedly.
supposedly.
She so at the end she's
Supposedly.
giving me the hand job and I went, "Excuse me, I'm just asking, in the ad it said there's a prostate massage included."
In the ad, what are you clipping it out?
Picture this old lady with her finger up some guy's ass.
She goes like this.
We'll take any competitor's coupon.
He's going to call the Better Business Bureau.
She goes,
Excuse me.
she goes, "Do you want that?" I go, "I mean, if it's included, yeah, I'll take it." So she snapped another glove on, real angry.
Oh, that giant fucking arthritic knuckle trying to get through.
I think
past your
I thought you were
asshole.
talking about my asshole. That giant asshole.
Why? He literally.
Cured her arthritis.
I've known him for 8 years. and I still haven't heard all the stories.
No.
He's like William Randolph Hearst, just fucking skeletons in the closet.
More stories come out.
Jesus Christ.
78.
How was the prostate massage?
It was nice because she only could use a knuckle. She couldn't use her finger. I don't like the finger in there.
Yeah?
So she just rubbed it with her fucking
arthritic knuckle.
fat knuckle.
That was
I like
great.
that fucking.
You like a
I like
finger in
getting
your ass?
fingered.
What?
Yeah,
Joe.
I do.
Really?
I don't like
How
that.
deep?
This chick in Traverse City, Michigan, fingered my asshole so hard, my asshole literally hurt for a week from it. I swear to God, she was in there, man.
Really?
I was wasted.
I don't like that.
Did she fuck it up with her long nail?
No, she didn't really have nails. So
So she was prepared to do this to somebody that night.
She was prepared. Then the next morning she got up and she goes, "I
She's a
gotta go."
mechanic.
She goes, "I gotta go pick up my kids." And I was like, "Oh boy, if they only knew it was on your hands."
Bobby, 78.
70. He just had a fucking fist in his asshole.
A finger.
Hey,
Don't get gross.
Worse.
I move my hips around like a hula dancer trying to keep a finger from getting over there. Like if I feel a finger starting to go into that area,
Really?
I'm I'm hip, I'm moving, I'm hip checking. I'm doing everything to let her know. No.
I like it.
No.
Scratch those roids for me.
Oh, God.
Hey, worst like line a girl said as she left that just made you cringe and feel like a piece of shit. I got one.
Yeah.
Calling
I
the
got one.
police.
Sorry about the blood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I fucked this chick in my roommate's bed. I had this gay roommate, but he had TV. He was the only one who had TV in the house. So
Yeah.
I took her in there. We were watching TV. We wound up fucking, and then her pussy died. I don't know. She didn't have a period. Something happened to her pussy. I hit a cyst. I don't know. I popped something up.
Oh, shit.
I killed something. And the whole bed was covered in blood. You know when you're fucking and you feel blood? It's that different
Period
wetness.
blood is different.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a
yeah.
dry. It's
Yeah, you're
wet
like,
and
wait a
it's
minute, what's
dry.
going on here?
It's a dry wetness.
I turned on the fucking lights. I panicked because my roommate's fucking. He was gay.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Did he yell like Waltz did in The Godfather when he pulled the sheets down?
Somebody was trying to set probably a message to a pussy.
So yeah, I had to do the sheets. This poor girl, she goes, I don't know. I go, you on your period? She's like, no. She was trying to figure out what happened to her pussy.
Oh man, would you scratch it?
She helped
when you fingered her. Maybe you hooked a hangnail or something.
I have no idea. She helped me wash the sheets because I didn't know how to fucking get blood on anything. And
Bobby probably had a cock ring attached to a wallet chain. He was always over-accessorizing.
Went to fucking Hot Topics.
When I first met him, he had a purse, and he was telling me how he could get away with it because we were looking at it going, what the fuck? No, dude, it's like European, dude. Like, Bobby, it's a fucking purse.
You know, when you can put everything in your pocket, why do you got to do that? When you can, boom, you got everything you need.
You whip this out, you flap it open.
Supposedly the guys in Europe got them.
All you faggots have them now.
All you
faggots have your iPads in them. And I don't even use one anymore. Yeah.
I had a girl.
No, Joe. Before you start with another girl, I want to know about the 60-year-old broad in the bar.
I met her at Caroline's, man. I met her at Caroline's. She was with a group. They were stewardesses, she was with a group of young girls.
Wait, Piedmont Airlines?
Eastern Airlines?
I got to catch my DC-3 back to
Pan Am.
And knowing she's a stewardess makes it not as bad, by the way.
Well,
a 60-year-old stewardess not as bad.
And you know the funny part,
the
dude?
varicose veins from standing on your feet all day.
Good point.
And then
the change of pressure all
that
the time.
altitude, yeah.
She's got blood clots all the way up to her knees.
Fucked it with nylons.
These planes are swell. They don't go down like the Titanic did. so yeah, she was a steward.
What was her line? Coffee, tea, or me?
She
23 skidoo.
She was hanging out with all these younger, she worked with all the girls. She was with all the girls she worked with, and they were all in their 20s. And she was. And I
At
swear
what
to
point
God,
did you know you were in like Flynn?
Errol Flynn.
Yeah, God.
Yeah. No, I had to.
When did you realize all the 20-year-olds didn't want you, and you had to go for the 60-year-old?
This is the fucked up
I'm
part.
Joe.
When I said thank you, good night at the end of my set, I knew that I was out. No, this is the fucked up part. To Anthony's point about me having a problem, I had to I was so locked on her and not on the 23-year-old that she was like almost being like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? There's like 20.
What are you doing?
2-year-old pussy around you. Why are you coming in?" And I had to literally convince her to hook up with me because I was like, I want to fucking hook up with the 60-year-old, man. I was really, really fucking into it, you know?
Sometimes there is the sure thing bet. You bet the favorite. You know, the 20-year-olds are the long shots at the track. You don't want to invest your money or your time.
Yeah, safe investment.
Yeah, you went with the favorite.
I'm a clear believer in that. I always go for the goofy face hot body. If there's a room full of smoking chicks.
That's a good combo.
They happen 23 and 5. They round the far turn. Here comes the 60-year-old bag. Down the stretch. She's ahead by 12 lengths. Joe DeRosa wins.
You didn't get much from her, Joe.
Exactly what it is.
Now, we made out in the bar, and then I was rubbing her vagina over her pants.
What was left of it?
Yeah,
she had really
three
firm
pairs of nylon.
Nylons that she got from some guy that came back from France.
Yeah, look like Ben Franklin's head.
Her boobs were really firm.
That was breast cancer.
Oh, God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. God forbid.
That's brutal.
God forbid.
That's just really disgusting. I liked older women when I was young, and old to me was 35. And then when I got to be 35,
now
I
older
started
women
to
are
like,
too.
now I started to
I
go
just
down.
keep
Gotta go
edging
the
them
other
up.
way. You just keep going.
Yeah.
Higher.
I get mad now when I
like
watch
card sharks. All of it higher.
Another good point. You're a MILF guy.
Yeah.
How old are you about?
33 now.
So how old will you go to keep the MILF thing going?
If I watch a little MILF porn now, I'll go up to 60s. If they're hot, like hot 60s.
Wow,
but
really?
Chicks in their 60s can be hot now.
Don't say chick in their 60s, by the way. It doesn't work.
That's a bird.
A woman.
A bird
in her 60s.
A broad.
Once a girl becomes, I think once a girl really hits the 30s,
Joe's lady
the
friend.
chick thing goes away.
Listen, once
A lady friend.
Joe's lady friend.
She calls you my gentleman visitor.
Yeah.
And my lady friend.
Joe, bought her a brooch for Christmas.
Brooch. A hat pin
win. Oh my God!
Can we get some 60-year-olds in here and you pick one?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You'd really do that?
I would do that in a second. Are you kidding?
I wouldn't fuck a 60-year-old.
I'm getting
I
excited.
wouldn't fuck one. I would let her jerk me off and let me cumsies. But there's something about an old vagina. Something happens to the vagina, like the outer rim of vagina.
Yes,
the lips get like...
Well, it's gravity.
It's kind of like, you know, the fat on a steak?
It's like...
It gets a little hot, like it starts to die.
It's
a little
necrotizing.
hard. Yeah, the pink is in there.
You ever been to the Grand Canyon? It's like the rim of the Grand Canyon. It starts collapsing.
It's all dry.
Time.
Gravity does start, weighing on the parts and pulling them down.
Yeah.
So you can't have like a prolapsed
You ever
vagina.
have squid?
What?
You ever have squid, like calamari?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the sautéed version, but the squid is too big and hard. It's like that.
It's not tender.
I'm just picturing like the picture of all the kids she's had. They're all in like their 50s.
Oh, yeah.
He was
all
in,
the photos
he was
on
in
the
plastics. He got in the ground floor of plastics. That's where he made his money.
There's Bobby. Lost him in the war.
As you're walking through the hallway to her bedroom, are there just those collage pictures? All black and white photos of her in lederhosen.
We got to get some 60-year-olds in here for Joe DeRosa.
I would do that.
How do we do
literally
that? Because we don't have that type of audience.
60-year-old women is a little out of our demo.
Well, maybe we could get some grandmas, some of the listeners' grandmas in here or something.
They got to be hot grandmoms, like
how old was that stripper, Ant? That came in at NEW.
Oh shit! I don't.
We had a stripper that came in. She was in her. Listeners will help us out with everything. They know all this shit. I think early 70s.
Oh, you could see every fucking vein in her tit. She looked like that Visible Woman's model when you were a kid.
We brought her to one of our road shows. She was a hit.
Does she dance to like hip hop, or does she just keep it old school?
Yeah, that's the rug act. And then she gets up, dances fast.
Yeah, she probably go and take it through 7 decades of stripping. Full time travel.
She does a fan dance.
It's like a ride at Disney World. It's a Disney World ride.
5'2", eyes are blue, but what those 5 foot could do? Has anybody seen my gal?
You can sacrifice yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage Helen. Here she comes, beautiful. You may have seen her at the USO tour for our boys over in Tunisia.
In the 20s before it was unacceptable. She's a bad girl. She's a card-carrying member of the Communist Party.
God, that's hot.
She's a little intellectual. She likes to discuss politics.
Yes, an intellectual. She has her own ideas. She's actually been seen smoking cigarettes and wanting to vote.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Like Little Rascals teachers and parents.
How bad was the 7-year? I mean, let me ask you, because you're going to say she was decrepit.
She wasn't bad.
Like hot for 70.
You got to remember, she was probably 71, 72, I would guess. Did anybody come up with the answer, Ant?
Oh,
how old she was? It was NEW.
How old was she, and what was her name? Does anyone know?
I know we have pictures that used to be on a website. We should find those pictures today, E-Rock, if you got them.
She was
Joe, when you were with that girl, did you, and she wanted to put some music on? Did she turn on like an old record player with like a 78 of the Andrews Sisters?
Yeah,
my baby's the boogie woogie bugle boy company.
Let me crank it up first, and then we'll get some tunes going.
Did you answer?
Cracks your dick like that.
It had a bird on it.
Did you answer the question why she didn't go all the way with you?
I tried to get her to take me back to the hotel or bring her. I don't remember which, or bring her back or whatever it was. And
she was probably sharing a room with somebody.
She wouldn't do it. She was like, no, not this time. And then she came back.
Probably won't be a next time.
You saw her a second time.
Well, she came back and called me like a year later, and then by that point I was like, I'm not into this. I can't do this.
Oh yeah, she's so old now.
Did an fucking menopause was over.
Did an operator connector? Pennsylvania 69000.
Oh my God!
He got a telegram.
That's right. Operator, get me Klondike 59625.
No, it's Klondike. What the hell's wrong with you?
Klondike.
Joe, I figured we could go to Coney Island.
Yes, connect me with Bensonhurst 79326.
Was there only 4 numbers back then? You knew that too, right?
Of course, there was just like, well, you didn't have to put in anything.
Yeah, she showed up. She showed up like a year later, and she called me. and She goes, "Hey, I'm in town." And I said, I can't really hang out tonight, and I kind of dodged her. And then she showed up
to town by train.
Yeah, she yeah, by boat.
Ship.
Yeah, ship.
Shit. 14 big cases.
Big steamer trunk.
Hat boxes.
When she got in, she was on the bow of the ship going like this.
Waving a handkerchief with the bird feather.
The Statue of Liberty behind her.
Bird that's extinct. I'm with you, Bobby.
Immigrants crying all around her.
The war is over.
We get it. She's old.
Her dress kept dragging in the mud.
You're no gentleman.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, so she came back and then she found me. I dodged her, and then she showed up at my show, and I was hanging out in front with another comedian. And she walks up and she's like, "Hi, you didn't think I'd find you, did you?" Right? That's what she said.
I had a private eye.
And
Like film noir.
Who was the other comic?
It was Jay Okerson. You know, Jay?
He wouldn't bust your balls, right?
No, I go, "All right,
Probably
well,
wanted to double team her.
yeah."
Dude, you get her over, I'll fuck her in the ass.
Shit.
And he didn't know the story, and I go, "All right, well, I'll see you inside." And she went inside the club, and I just turned to Jay and I go, "I made out with that chick last year," and we just started laughing.
Did you feel anything when you were massaging her vagina? Any warmth? Any moisture?
Calcium deposits. Yeah.
It felt like a trampoline in the rain.
Because there is, a moisture issue when they get older, I think, right?
No, I think it dries up like a
That's
fossil.
what I mean.
Oh,
a moisture
the other
issue,
way.
like the other way around. Yeah,
Yeah.
it dries up a little bit.
It's
like the plains of the Serengeti.
Yeah, no,
It's like that piece of tire on the highway you run over?
The old piece of retread that came off.
Came off a truck. It's like that. It's all wrinkled.
I got a buddy that's so disgusted by anything over 35. You'll see like a hot 36-year-old. You go, "Look at that chick. She's hot." And he goes, "Please, I'd rather drag my dick along these rocks. Fucking cunt will be drier than that fucking bed of sand over there."
At 36.
Oh, dude, he's brutal.
36 isn't old.
No, that's not. Even I say that's not old, and I'm fucking crazy for I had to actually go on a website and check state laws. I've
When you're on vacation so you don't get
actually
arrested?
had to go, okay, now I can pick her up. I can drive her to New York.
Oh,
She's not allowed to be barefoot.
I can't fuck her in her home state.
Yeah.
Anthony has to fuck in a tunnel.
There was actually a time where I was able to I could have sex with the girl, but I couldn't show her any pornography on the internet.
Oh,
that was
Jesus
illegal.
Christ.
But he researched
Which is
that.
fucked up.
He researched all that.
Which if you ask me, is one of the most fucked up laws ever. You could have sex, but you can't let them see a picture of a naked person or take a picture of them.
Oh, the hypocrisy.
It really is.
What happens if you fuck in a mirror?
Yeah, I know, right? Look, she's seeing it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a quandary.
But they will not see me.
The perfect crime.
No reflection from me because I am a ghoul.
Jesus Christ. Once you're taking girls over state, once you're committing the man act.
That's
to
a
get
man
laid.
act.
Yeah, just
Knocking down mailboxes, driving through people's backyards.
That's the
Got
man
a girl
act.
in the car. That's a man act.
Ever smoking the man?
Yeah, that's
Transport
the
over
man
state lines. That's the man act.
That's a man act.
That's kidnapping.
Kidnapping the baby.
Greatest movie ever.
Yeah, fucking insane. The man act.
With that,
Thank you, nice lady.
we're going to take a break. Officially welcome Joe DeRosa, Bob Kelly, and, of course, Bill Burr to the show today.
Yes, cheat.
We're going to talk about cheatthemovie.com after the break and some other things, right?
Absolutely.
But we have to take a break because we have Mother's Day reads and all that crap.
Oh, that's good
Which I
after
think
that
is fitting.
conversation. Yeah,
Joe, you
fitting.
ever hook up with a chick who had polio as a child?
Joe hooked up with a chick, and she paid for dinner with beads. It's old.
Trying to get rid of me?
Yes.
What are you doing? What's the sign language? Ed,
He's our producer.
And he decides when a guest is getting a little too boring, and that was the sign
What the
that he usually gives. And
More
what's the problem?
disrespect to
We're
Ed
having a good interview with Ed Asner.
I can tell you, Anthony, that's the last time I'll ever be on your show.
No, that was yeah.
I've suffered your insults enough. I certainly wouldn't come back again. I'll be glad to talk to you about the Columbia documentary some other time when he's not around.
Can I talk to you, Ed? I'm a big fan. I love you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But be sure that he's not in.
I don't. He does this all the time. I'm a big fan. I'm very happy to have you on the show.
He's a destroyer.
He's a destroyer.
Destroyer.
He's like Gordon Gekko. He builds nothing. He liquidates. He's filthy.
He's greasy.
Yes, he is.
I don't want to smell his shorts.
He's a Sven
In quotes, I don't want to smell his shorts. Ed Asner.
Bravo.
The great Ed Asner. Thank you, sir. Very nice to meet you. Thank you very much. You're a destroyer. He called you a destroyer.
Wait till Anthony hears this on the replay.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Hey, Jimmy, get back here, man. I start sweating. Ed, no, come on. Give me a handshake, please.
Fuck you, said. No, fuck you. Dude, Ed Asner just said fuck you. Oh, that's phenomenal.
Like a romantic novel,
Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, Bob Kelly. You might hear in the background Bill Burr saying, talking about his movie Cheat, cheatthemovie.com. Playing tonight all over the place. Well, tonight at the Clearview Cinemas, Chelsea 4. Can they just go to cheatthemovie.com for movie time?
I think they're sold out, except for Thursday.
I think every showing,
sold out.
Every showing except for tomorrow, I believe he showed up. But if you go to TribecaFilm.com and then search Cheat.
What? Why only 15 minutes?
It's a short film.
It's a short.
That's a short.
Hence the name.
We don't have a million to make a long.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, this is how you get in. You make a short one.
All right, calm
15
down.
minutes worth of money.
That's a good question. I was talking to Ann about this. Could this possibly lead to a longer version of this film?
Yeah, like a lot of films have done like
Sling Blade.
I heard Meet the Parents was like that. The guy made a short one, they liked it, and then turned it into a long movie, and then attached a bunch of
actually, the Fockers, Meet the Fockers, was actually a short in
That's
Tribeca.
what he just said.
Yeah.
He just
started
said
with
that.
Meet the Parents.
You said Meet the Parents, right?
Which was the
Yeah,
first
that's
one.
the first one. They didn't start with the third
you
movie
guys
in the trilogy.
You guys could have corrected me when I told you that fucking 2 days ago.
It's just fun hearing you say shit wrong.
I hate that. I'm the one who told him that. He just fucking threw it off as his knowledge.
Yeah, but you fucked up because you didn't listen to what he just said.
Yeah, but he didn't tell me I
Why are you
sucked
blaming
2
me,
days ago.
Bob? You should have jumped right in from the beginning and said Meet the Parents. You said Meet the Bob. You said the wrong thing. We all do it sometimes.
And you literally said it right after he said it.
I can't
showing that you weren't listening at all.
Absolutely. I'm a fucking...
Good buzz in the movie, though, huh?
Fucking doomy.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. You know, we have a feature-length script based on this written already, basically. So we're hoping to try to sell it.
Because that's what everybody told us. That you're going to go there, and if people like it, they don't just go, "Oh, that was great." They go, "We loved it. What else you got?" So we got.
And then you got to have something to hand them right away. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people are liking this, right?
So far.
Joe went to the first one on Saturday night. We weren't there. We were on the road. But he was at the premiere on Saturday.
Yeah, I was at the premiere of our first movie we ever did at De Niro's Festival. These fucking guys were in Poughkeepsie.
Why would you go to that?
Yeah, wouldn't you just blow the gig
First of all,
off?
because we could get gigs.
Oh, I see, Joe.
Damn.
We had to pay called mortgages.
Yeah, and also, my gigs, I already sold all the fucking tickets.
I know. It's just
I
just making a joke.
Such a cunt.
Yeah,
I was just making a
He
joke.
always tries to make himself like he's more responsible. You probably fingered an 80-year-old when you should have been talking to a producer, you creep.
Oh, they got you, Joe.
They got me.
What's the gist? What's the gist of the movie?
We can't say too much
Because
there's not in 15 minutes.
Well, there's a left turn. We want to give it away, but it's basically three pieces of shit get together to combine their piece of shitness to try to accomplish a goal.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull off the perfect heist.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's a character named Doc. There's a time machine made out of a DeLorean.
That's cool.
The guy goes back. There's a lot of cool shit going on.
It starts off, you think it's a serious movie, then there's a left turn, then it.
Yeah, and it's 3D.
Are you?
Oh, wow, that's
you at the
nice.
premiere?
Yes, I went.
Were you sitting in the audience when they were showing this thing?
Yeah.
And
it killed. It was great. I was really actually you know, I don't want to say surprised, like I didn't believe in the movie, but I was surprised at how good of a reaction it got. I was really, really excited about it.
I couldn't have,
Really
dude, even
excited.
if I was there, I couldn't have sat. Just the level of powerlessness. Because as a comedian, if it's not going well, you couldn't just, the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, blame the crowd.
Right,
but
right.
a film is just done.
It's there.
And if it's bombing,
You
there's
can't
just
adjust
nothing
it
you
at
can
all.
do but
You just-
slide under your
Bill just
seat.
runs up to the screen. Hey, motherfuckers! Fuck you!
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
I did Dane. We did the 8 Guys premiere, and he showed a animation that he did before the actually 8 Guys. It fucking tanked.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing worse than being in a room full of fucking no laughs.
Oh my
Just
God.
this and watching a cartoon at that.
Good thing you could dab his eyes with $100 bills, huh? Get it?
I was nervous.
Find him.
Oh shit!
Wow. Wow.
He's found most of it, hasn't he?
Oh boy!
He's talked about it on the show. Why are you looking at me?
I didn't even get that for half a second.
Yeah.
I just, you don't get a joke. You just look around trying to read people's
Go,
face.
wait, what did that
What was
mean?
the subtext?
A little inside,
I was,
but some
a
people
Deaf
know what that's
person at a
about.
comedy show.
So you guys might have something here.
We'll see what happens. We'll see. You know, we're hoping for the best, but you know, you don't want to get your hopes too high up.
Because
And,
what do you do with this
just,
film if it doesn't become a longer feature?
Yeah.
Jesus
Hey.
Christ.
I don't know.
That's a cold
Throw it
bucket
up.
of water of reality.
Put it on
We're
a
still in
website.
fantasy land here.
Yeah.
But isn't that a real
Facebook on
question?
Saturday when you're lonely. Hey guys,
Yeah,
check
it's-
out this.
Here's something that we thought would change our lives.
Oh damn! Fucking 90 comments from shit dicks. Go fuck yourself.
You sucked. Yeah, all right.
You know what? I'm actually willing to bet. I'm willing to
Fucking
bet.
assholes.
Even some of the bigger cunts that listen to this show will
Yeah.
actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think we did a good job.
Yeah, we're going to send it to more festivals after this one, and you know, you just hope that at one of these things something will happen.
But that's the reality. You really, it has to be longer for it to be successful for you guys, right?
Yeah, in all fairness, you know, the short has opened, you know, other doors. You know, it's like you know, we wrote this book that we
we
have
got a
coming
book deal
out
out of
that
it.
you guys were involved in for those interviews we did, and you know, so that'll be coming out next year. So that was,
And you can get the movie will be in the back of the book. So
Yeah,
that's the way
so-
we're going
Really?
to get it. Yeah.
And it will be
there you
available
go.
and download for like iTunes. If you buy the book, you'll be able to get the movie
Yeah.
too.
So at the very least, we
And-
got that.
yeah, and also
Interactive.
too, like
Who came up with this idea?
with what
Sheet.
with the story for the film.
Yeah.
It was basically sort of a true thing that happened to me, and Bobby and I were talking about it in the diner, and Bobby said, "Let's do this as the short film." Bill had the idea that we should do a short film, and then we were like, "All right, let's think of something." And Bobby and I were talking in the diner one day, and I was telling him this jam I was
Predicament
in.
he was in.
And Bobby went, "We should do this as our movie idea." We called
There's an
Bill.
old
He was
woman
like,
involved.
you know, so, yeah,
Great.
couple old broads are involved.
Yeah.
You know.
Makeout session with an old bag.
I've known about this movie for a while now, and I still don't know what the fuck it's about because of the left turn.
Well, you were going to come down on Saturday, right? You almost made it, but then because you forgot it was Easter weekend.
Yeah, which we thought was amazing. As a married man with a child, you had no idea it was Easter. That's amazing. It's amazing. You should have used a better one there.
Yeah, it's just, you didn't buy any
Is
candy.
this weekend Easter? I had no idea. He's probably standing there in a bunny rabbit suit. That's one of the worst excuses we got.
I've never supported
He
you
can't,
fuckers.
He can't even look at us. Look at us. He's looking away.
I wanted to
His
go.
wife is painting whiskers on his face with eyeliner.
I was trying to figure out how I could do that. Kind of had something else I had to do. I wanted to
definitely,
go.
you've come out to all our shows. But
Kill me with the jokes, but I did want to go.
But we do have to break your balls a little bit with that.
Is there another
I didn't
screening
know it
I
was
could go
Easter.
to?
He's trying to move the ball forward.
Yeah, I know.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
You didn't even go to the premiere.
Huh? I don't need
That's a
to.
good point. You got a good point.
Wait, so why am I supposed to go if you weren't there?
Yeah, but I said I didn't go to the premiere because I have a gig in Milwaukee and Detroit. I didn't say I had no idea it was
I had a
this
gig
major
in Philly
home.
with the fucking Easter Bunny.
It is hilarious. It is. Oh, dude, I was going to visit you in the hospital, but I forgot till today it was my birthday. Yeah. I had no fucking idea. Ah, shit. Yeah, you know me, always forgetting stuff.
Sitting there with a party hat on, frosting on the side of his face. Yeah,
Wait, so Joe's the only one there, right?
Yes.
So you're busting my balls, but you
people
weren't going to
with
be
me,
there, and
but,
you weren't going to be there.
We couldn't. We had
We're
to
not giving you
pay the
shit for
fucking
not
bills.
being there. We're just saying you should have just said I can't make it.
Yeah, it's not like we did the movie premieres are at like from 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. That would be a different story. Saturday night for you is pretty much a night off.
He was in Philly for Easter, is what he said.
I had to go down to Philly for Easter.
No, you could have supported us.
You didn't even support yourself.
Yeah, but your kid's not even going to remember this.
And help me out. He didn't even support himself.
I'm out of
I'm
this
supposed
one.
to go?
We're not going to
I'm out of
Anthony
this
out of
one.
that
Yeah, we
fucking
don't have
house.
problem with Anthony. We knew he wasn't showing up.
We know.
Unless we had the premiere at like a Hooters.
Yeah.
We knew,
DVD, I'll watch it in my own theater.
Anthony,
I don't go out.
Anthony, the premiere is on the corner at the end of your block. All right, I'll be there.
All right. What time?
Mustang goes by.
Can I get a copy of the movie?
We have a link.
No?
We have a link you can watch it
A
on.
secret link?
Yeah, we sent it to Kenny
I'll
this
tweet
morning.
that shit.
No, don't do that.
Oh, my
Jesus,
God.
relax, Joe.
Yeah,
Joe's
I
like,
don't
no,
trust
what
him.
the
fuck,
I don't
Joe?
trust him.
Wait a
A
second,
man who
you're right.
pisses off Ed Asner. What are you, an idiot?
What?
Don't give these guys the movie on
I
any
didn't give
level.
him anything
these
yet.
fucking
Hey, why
guys,
do I
what-
get? Why
what
did you say these guys though?
You guys.
I would just watch it at home and
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
you can
oh,
give
cool.
Anthony the link on Monday, but you can't give it to him on Friday.
I might get drunk.
Yeah, you get shit
No,
faced.
I wouldn't do that.
Live from the compound.
Hey, let's just watch the movie right here.
The whole
Fuck
movie,
it.
commentating on it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna put it up on the internet anyway.
You know how the internet is.
When's
Might as well do
Whatever.
it first.
Yeah.
When's the book coming out?
Not till next year. It'll hopefully be out February or March of 2012.
Yeah, we just turned in
Takes
the first
forever,
draft.
man.
And what's the book about? Obviously cheating.
Well, no,
Yeah, we can't really.
we can't talk about
The
it.
whole thing
what the
just.
fuck are you here for?
Wow. We'll promote the
Dude,
movie.
we just gave you an
Next year,
hour of fucking the Golden Girls. You don't want.
I want to promote your shit, but you're too vague.
They're being mysterious.
Very mysterious.
I think it's working.
This left turn must be a hell of a left.
Well, no, we're going the exact opposite of like. Remember the Speed 2 trailer? Where there's like, if we got to keep this boat at 60 knots or we all die, and then they show them running around the island. They showed you right through halfway the third act.
So obviously they didn't die.
So, yeah.
They're
so
on
the
the
joke
island.
I've been using, the way we're describing it, somewhere between our promotional, somewhere between Speed 2 and like the Crying Game.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little bit of it, but then when I can't give away the twist.
Yeah,
With 15 minutes, it's very hard to give a little synopsis of the movie without ruining the movie.
Yeah, like people giving us shit. The trailer's too short. It's like it's a 15-minute fucking movie.
And we can't show you shit in the trailer because then you'll fucking. We don't want you to ruin the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And all these guys who give a
Getcha.
shit about this, once they see the movie, they'll get why you can't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
But we were going to the party. The
Fair enough,
parties
sir.
are fucking great. Me and him went to the opening last week. Fucking. It was crazy. There were
Scorsese.
3,000 people there, outdoors. Yeah, Leary was there.
Scorsese was there.
And what's her name?
Elton John.
Elton John was there.
How do you get a movie? So you make the movie and then you. How does it become part of the film festival?
Submit it.
You submit it and then
with 9
so who
zillion
got
other people.
So who got the call that we accepted your film?
This is the story. We
Because
were.
I think that's kind of cool.
We were trying to submit it to festivals, but we're 3 lughead fucking comedians. We had no idea how to do it. We're missing deadlines left and
But
right.
you didn't even know. I'm joining everything on the internet, like all these fucking communities. I get shit email every day from Without a Box Festival.
But did you guys even know how to make a movie?
Well, we kind of
We've all fool around with a video camera, but did you know about lighting and all that
Joe
shit?
went to school for that shit.
Yeah.
Did you really, Joe?
I went for video production, and I wanted to be a director. And
all of us.
yeah,
We all did
I don't
that.
know.
That was the easy way through college.
I knew how to nonlinear edit from school, and I knew how to work a camera. Lighting and stuff wasn't great, but that's a DP's job usually. So
Joe put together a good crew, though.
So you hired some good people that knew that shit.
Yeah,
Joe did a fucking crazy job directing this. Really, when I watched it, I was like, oh shit! Like,
Yeah, this actually looks like a movie.
Oh, it looks real.
Really?
yeah, I thought it was going to look like a YouTube video, but when I watched it, I was like, oh shit! There's a lot of responsibility that's going to come from this.
The first time I watched it, I literally had my thumb on the stop button. I was like, the first time I get douche chills, I'm shutting
you're
this
out.
off. And I was just like, fuck, this actually looks halfway decent.
Everybody watches the movie like this. Ready? At the end of it, they're like, "That was really good." Like,
That's like
wow.
surprise. Like, wow, you guys didn't suck.
Hey, what happened there?
Yeah.
No,
it was good.
This guy, Andres Carew, who was our DP, really made it look beautiful, and also hired a great sound man, because that sound is so important, man. You gotta have a guy that knows how to mic everything properly and have the backup. You
gotta pick up the words, Joe.
Oh, Bill, you gotta get the words of the meat.
It's got to sound the same, But you don't want the sound sounding different every.
Yeah.
It's all
We would've had
fucked up.
one of Joe's chicks just playing some fucking ragtime piano underneath it.
Ragtime. So do 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 do. Sounds like a speakeasy.
I just think it's a great story because I've known you guys for a while. I didn't know you as a filmmaker, and now all of a sudden you're in this fucking film festival, and
yeah, we will
and
laugh.
there's a buzz on this thing.
Here's what it was our first time out of the gate doing any of this stuff, so obviously we're extremely honored and flattered to be part of this festival. So, but you know, because it was
a
our
fucking Oscar, all right? We're extremely honored. I'd like to thank God.
I was waiting for some sort of evil to enter into this.
Let's not forget Haiti.
Imagine they're up for a short film. Like
Oh my God!
We'll never have you guys back.
No, it'll be over.
I just got nominated for an Emmy for consideration. No, Louis,
Yeah, but you got to pay for that, right?
Louis, I don't. FX is, and
yeah, you know, to win
they sent me an email with for consideration for the Louis show, the episode of. They sent me. I called the lady. I go, are you fucking with me? But it wasn't. She didn't get that. I thought it was somebody really fucking with me.
Right.
But she was like, no, sir.
Which episode?
The mother episode.
Yeah,
I found
that was
out
a good
mother
episode.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, you know you have there's a submission fee.
Really?
One time I had a some stand up thing. And they go, do you want it to be, maybe, I don't know if this was Emmys, do you want it to be considered for a such and such award? It's like, who doesn't want to win a fucking award? I'm like, absolutely. They go, okay, it's a $600 submission fee just so they'll watch it. I'm like, isn't that job? They're supposed to be watching.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I would have.
So I paid it.
How much do I
Of course I did.
How much do I pay to win, motherfucker?
I talked to Louis though. I was like, hey, thanks for that. He was like, yeah. I mean, it's not going to happen, but you'll see your name.
Oh, shit.
Your name will be my name will be with all the other names that are going to be.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, just relax.
No, they're not going to have fucking bald, fat me. I know you guys don't know me, but thank you, Mom. It's not going to happen.
It's all bought and sold, Bob. It's a filthy business.
Filthy.
It's goddamn
Follow
town.
the money. Follow the money.
Bobby was fucking hilarious last night. We were at one of those parties for the festival. And it was just all the people trying to meet someone important, so there was nobody there who seemed like we could do anything.
That was important.
Oh, there probably was. We just had no idea how to meet. We were classic comedians. We just ended up sitting by ourselves in the corner,
goofing on everybody.
No, actually just trashing each other, right? So at one point there was these two gay guys, in their 50s or something, wearing tight flannel shirts, and that song "Raspberry Beret" came on. And one of the guys was just starting to go all out dancing. I just look over at Bob. I go, dude, I'll give you $100 if you go over and start dancing with that guy. And Bob's eyebrows go through the ceiling. $100? And then he starts walking over, and I immediately know I'm going to lose $100. So my only desperation to try to get it back is it's got to be the whole song. Bob goes over there with such positive energy. The guy immediately starts dancing. He made the guy's night. I still got it. And
oh man.
And his boyfriend got jealous. Made this candy face.
He was mad.
You started shit.
I got to tell you, it was I laughed my fucking ass. It was almost worth. It was like a good $70 laugh.
$70 laugh. So it still hurt. The extra $20.
After 8 seconds of dancing, I just reached for my wallet. I was like, you motherfucker.
I walked over. He was counting out the 20s. I grabbed him and walked out the fucking door.
But you got to know he would do shit like that, right?
No, I didn't. I thought he would draw the line at a festival that we were in. Not to do something like that.
That's still Bobby.
And he enjoyed it. That's what killed me. I wanted a level of awkwardness.
He was a good dancer.
Bob,
He was a good dancer.
dude, that guy loved you.
He was mimicking every dumb move I made. He was trying to do the eyes and the hands, and he would try to do it. And he had a drink in one end. He was drunk.
He was so old, Bob was a hottie. He was flattered.
His little
it was like one of those equations we were throwing at you earlier.
Right, yeah.
Old guy with money or chunky young fella?
Bob was a chippy.
I'm a fetish.
Yeah. What was it like when they show it in the theater? Is it on film? Do they have some kind of video shit? What the fuck is it on?
No, it's on an iPhone. Everybody gets an iPhone.
Is that it? And everybody just watches it that way in the same room.
Fucking
It's like being in a museum.
No, really, it's on film.
It's a film festival.
Well, it's not. We didn't shoot on film.
We shot on video.
We shot in HD, and the projection is HD cam. It's
Okay.
HD transfer.
Well, that's exactly what I was asking. More of a
So
technical
I'm just giving
question.
you jokes because me and Bob couldn't answer that technical
Oh,
question.
is that it?
Hey, what are you, a fucking moron? It's on a thing.
Yeah, so of course it's on film. Meanwhile, it's not on film.
Can the average person
festival?
90% 90% of the short. When we were in a thing with 7 other shorts, 90% of them were shot on HD.
Can you tell though?
And all that stuff.
Can you tell it's not film?
Not really.
These
Not
days
really.
it's really cool.
In fact, the movie before us, they shot on film, and I thought it was video. And then the kid was saying, "Yeah, we shot it." We shot on film, and everybody was going, dude, you're one of the guys keeping it real, you know?
Keeping it real, man.
But I couldn't tell.
Now you got to be really honest. So there was 7 of them?
Yeah.
Short films? Where does yours fall?
This is funny. When it started out, we were last. We went 8th out of 8. And when it started out, the first, 3 or 4 were so insanely shot. They looked like IFC films, camera going in and out of focus, all these metaphoric shots. It's all fucking heavy. They had actors in them that I recognized. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I've seen that motherfucker. Did you ever see Copland?
Right?
Yeah. Did you ever see Copland? Remember the paramedic guy when they make it look like Michael Rappaport kills himself and he throws the gun? Get the fuck out of here! That guy. He's in the first movie. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. The dad from License to Drive was in the 3rd movie. I'm like, fucking hey, they got the real actors.
Joe. Didn't one of them have special effects?
Yeah, one of them, the 5th movie,
had
real special effects in it that literally looked like Michael Bay.
This is why I didn't go. I didn't know fucking way I was going to go down there and be like, oh, Jesus, we are hacks.
And they were all... They're all super dramatic, slices of life, fucking and I'm just sitting there we're fucked, man. Nobody's going to want to see our horse shit. Nobody is going to want to see
shot
it.
Was done with roller skates.
Yeah, we need a dolly shot. Get a skateboard.
Get that Puerto Rican in the park. Get him over here.
And then, it just started to lighten up, man. They hit, the 6th movie. And it was this thing about a guy's grandfather, and it was funny and charming, and people started laughing, and I was like, all right. And then the next movie was a flat-out comedy, and that got a lot of laughs. So now I'm nervous, fuck, I hope we get as much laughs as these guys got, you know? And then it came on, it did great, and it killed. So I really felt I'm not going to sit here and go, we were the best. I don't think that. I just think that it held its ground for what it was, and I felt like it was unique for what it was. You know what I mean?
Well, it's hard to judge because you made it. So it's hard to say, oh, it was the best one out of the lot, you know.
Well,
yeah, or the worst.
Or the worst, right? Right.
He's saying that because he doesn't want if people are listening that are in the festival, he doesn't want to be, hey, our movie's the best.
Yeah,
movie.
ours the
but I'll
best.
Say it. Ours was the best.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
You weren't
you
there.
Yeah,
you weren't there.
I know, that's why I can say it.
You can say it. Did you edit it or
I co-edited it with the DP, yeah.
Did you were you going, yeah, motherfucker, man, come on, leave that in, dick.
Well, I had all final decision about shit like that, but he was the only one from the production that came with me to the premiere, and it was we were both laughing with relief when it started getting laughs in the theater.
Oh, cool.
And afterward, we were both, we both admitted to each other, I didn't know if this fucking thing was funny or not, man. Because you sit there editing it, and you're like, I don't know, I guess it's funny.
You've seen it too many times.
Yeah, so I remember
this sucks.
Brian Regan told me that about, did you ever see his DVD, I Walked on the Moon, the one he shot at the Improv? That's literally probably the funniest hour of stand-up I've ever seen in my life. Just gutturally the whole time. And when I met him, I go, Brian, that is one of the funniest hours. And he goes, I couldn't even look at that thing anymore. I didn't even know if it was funny by the time we were done cutting. I was like, you didn't know it was fun. Now I understand.
Yeah, shit just
you have no
becomes
idea.
I have no idea what this is. It's such a big pile of shit.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. It sucks.
So it was cool, man. And the festival reps that we've been dealing with that have been our points have been really enthusiastic about the movie. They like our sense of humor.
And like Opie was asking, how'd you know that you were in? They give you a little call and you go bullshit and.
What happened was we were failing miserably at submitting the film. This is what would happen. Bill would come over to the apartment and go, "Yeah, we should submit to Sundance, like we've been saying." I go, "Yeah, you're right. We got to get on that." All right, I'm gonna go in the bathroom. You check it. He'd go in the bathroom, and then he'd hear me go, "Fuck! We missed the fucking deadline."
Yeah. Did that happen? We were always every festival. The Yukon Northwest Territories has a film festival. Well, let's submit to that, dude. We'll start at the North Pole and work our way down, trying to spin it positive. Shit.
But now
fucking deadline's
all
at
the
3.
festivals I was waiving the submission fee. They want us in it, so now it's a lot easier. You know, they just they get in touch with
I guess once you do Tribeca. So who calls? Is this how call you?
Tribeca is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah,
so obviously you got it in time.
Yeah, no, we're still honestly dumbfounded that we were all sitting there last night. Can you fucking believe we're in this
How'd
thing?
that happen?
Yeah. Bobby,
go dance with a gay guy. That's a good career move. Here we go. Do those hilarious.
Bobby and I have been working for management. We've been working with Leary's company, Apostle, and they called us once. This guy Jim Serpico over there. Yeah, you know Jim, right? Yeah. Jim called us and goes, "Do you guys want help submitting the film?" We're like, "Fuck yes, please." We don't know what we're doing. So they started sending it everywhere, and he called us one day, and he goes, "Do you guys want to submit to Tribeca?" And we're like, "Yeah, absolutely." And he goes, "Today's the last day. We got to get it in, so we'll do it." And he sent it in, and then we just kind of forgot about it. We weren't, because we didn't even think like it. And then he kept calling us every few weeks. They really like it, man. They really like it.
Yeah, and the thing is, they got like 3 women over there who once they select all the ones they can look at, each one of them watches 600 short films.
Jesus Christ.
And picks their top 20. And then they look at the other two's top 20, and then they decide from that. Yeah, it's like March Madness to like the 9 million.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, so we were pretty like, all right, well, what are the odds of this?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we're just trying, just kind of put it out of our head, not getting too excited. And then one day I was in my apartment. It was fucking snowing, miserable, like middle of February.
He's painting a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Phone rings. I'm just in the apartment, depressed. The phone rings. Right, jerk it off to GILF porn.
You have some lady baking bread in your kitchen,
churning butter, arthritic hands,
knitting you a scarf.
Gladys, quit hacking! I got a call.
I made you an Afghan, Joseph.
Yeah, and the phone rings and
literally, it's old.
And yeah, I don't know. I didn't recognize the number. I pick up, and this lady says, my name is. This lady says, my name's Sharon. I work for the Tribeca Film Festival. I go, hey, Sharon, how you doing? And she goes, well, like that. And there was like this 1 second pause, and literally in that second, I'm like playing out the million different letdowns she's about to give me.
Right.
Thank you for submitting, but and she just goes, I'm calling to make your snowy day a little better. We'd love to invite you to the Tribeca. And I was like, holy shit.
I don't accept.
Yeah.
What's in it for me, Tootsie?
Yeah. Listen, broad.
Yeah. And then she goes, we'd like you to, if you don't have to do this, but we would really like you to world premiere your film here with us. And it's like, what do you say? You go, of course, yeah. Absolutely. I
didn't realize how big it was, though. So we went to the first night. I thought it was just a little festival.
You've never heard of the Tribeca Film Festival?
I didn't say that. I didn't know how. I didn't know how. I didn't think it was as.
I didn't know it's going to be big.
Huge as it is.
It is.
I mean, all the.
DeRosa's involved.
Crazy.
That's all you need to know.
And I didn't know how they started it. They started it for September 11th to get people back down into Tribeca.
Is that how it started?
I like the history.
Yeah, that's why they did
I never heard that story.
They wanted people to back into.
I know. Everybody
you don't
knows.
remember? You don't remember that whole thing?
Everybody knows why they started the
in the
fest.
city, Bob.
Yeah, it was like, and the whole thing was, yes.
I didn't know that.
When it first was pumped out, it was like,
dude,
it was huge because it was like, wow, we're bringing people back.
Something happened 10 years ago, evidently. What was that date in September?
Bobby had some info that none of us knew.
It's called September 11th.
Oh, okay.
I was a little shocked. I wasn't keeping up on the fucking arts and leisure section.
Bobby thought they started it after the first World Trade Center attack.
That was good.
Commemorating sooty mouths.
I got to agree with you, though, dude. I didn't quite grasp the weight of it
now you're
until...
gonna agree with me? Go fuck yourself.
Even though it's called an Academy Award, they actually have a nickname for it called an Oscar. The first time this was used, evidently, was in the 1930s.
It got its name because back in 1946, Bogey shoved one of these up Greta Garbo's asshole, and she shit, and that was called having an Oscar.
Oh, Bobby. We didn't know.
I didn't think it was as big as it is. Like, it's fucking, like these parties you go to, like the first one we went to was fucking incredible. And I mean, I'm white trash, dude. I shouldn't be there. We're behind this section, free food, free drinks, and I'm trying to tip the.
Doesn't cost
I keep trying to
anything.
tip the guy. I'm the guy that tips the toll guy because I feel bad. Hey,
You're
we'll call
trying
him.
to grease the waiter, thinking he's going to get you to see a producer or something.
I just felt like a piece of shit, like I shouldn't be here. Just trying. And then a couple sat down. They've been going to the festival ever since it started. They're like total artsy Tribeca New Yorkers, and they sit down with me and Joe, and I'm just trying to keep my mouth shut so I don't fucking ruin
fuck anything up.
Yeah.
Did you talk to any important people?
I was at a luncheon yesterday, and De Niro was there, and I just couldn't walk up to the guy. People were walking up to him, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, that's a bad guy to walk up to.
He was texting us.
It's like, why?
But I
Trying
was
to figure out what to do.
No, he's just going. He's 20 feet away.
I was telling Bill.
Hold on. What would you say to Bobby?
That's exactly why I didn't walk up to him.
But no, I told him what he should have said. He should have been going, "Come here, you.
Yeah.
Come here, you.
Come here, you.
No, you.
Oh, you're literally, you're literally sitting there looking at him, watching his hair morph in your head to all his famous characters. Yeah. You're like Travis Bickle, Raging Bull, Jimmy from the Goodfellas, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I can't fucking walk up to the guy.
Did you almost?
No, I just, because here's what happened, man. We're at this luncheon.
What were you thinking you would say to him? I know there's something in your head.
I literally was going to just try to go, Mr. De Niro, thank you for having us at your festival. I really appreciate it.
See, that would have been perfect.
That would have been good.
That would have been perfect.
All those movie lines, he would fucking roll his
No, that
eyes.
is because it's like it's you being appreciative of the festival that he came up with, and you're involved in it, so you were thanking him, and then that's it.
There were so many people walking up to him. I was saying to Bill earlier.
Just be another dick. In the shower. Yeah. Just start banging, Jimmy! You know how uncomfortable he'd be?
I told Bill.
Walk away, have this guy removed.
I told Bill if we see him again, I want Bill to walk me up to him like when Paulie walks young Ray Liotta up to him at Goodfellas. I go, what do you say? Thank you.
Thank you.
Keeps coming.
This is the kid Joe.
Don't ever rat on your friends.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. There were so many people walking up to him, and I'm just like, you know what?
That's pretty cool.
Let me just have
I
the
think you can
moment of
tell
saying I
when
saw
somebody
him.
wants doesn't mind if you approach, and then when they, I'm not going to name the name, but I'm never doing it again. I was at some Christmas party, and there was somebody who I really liked, and dude, he was standing behind like 40 tables with like 9 people around him, and I remember being drunk, trying to walk over to him, like thinking in my head, like, Jesus, is it ever more difficult to get to somebody? Not realizing in my head that there's a
That was
reason.
on purpose.
Yeah, and then I got over there and I reached out the music was way too loud. I reached out my hand to shake his hand, and he thought I was trying to tell him to get out of the way, so he sort of backed up and put his hands up like that. And I was like, no, I really was a big fan of your show, and he just looked at me the second he thought I was trying to get by him, I was like, I wish I never came over here. I should have just.
This is douchey.
Why won't you tell us who it is?
Yeah, come
It was
on.
Gary Shandling.
No.
Was it really?
Yeah, and I fucking loved the Larry Sanders Show,
Sure.
and I just had to tell him, and I just
Gary
could not
Shandling.
read the situation, dude. He was behind, like
He looks like such an unapproachable guy, too. Just
begin with,
regular.
yeah.
Even when he's doing a friendly interview, he looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Fucking
I was
big
having a
wet
great
lips.
time at the party. It was so bad. I wanted to leave.
So when you walked away, was it really? Yeah, it was bad, huh?
I just thought he and all his crew were staring at the back of my head, going, "Who the fuck was? What the?
Yeah. Who
How the
let
fuck
him
do you
through?
not know? I'm all the way over here. What do you got to do?" And not only that, it was sort of like a private part, like this thing.
Oh.
It was private, so douchebags like me weren't supposed to be there. But just in case they were, he was already standing in the corner, and I still crawled over.
That shit happened to me with fucking Leary. Dennis Leary up in Boston.
Really?
Yeah.
Years ago, yeah.
Years ago, we were up in a
Oh, yeah.
bar. We were doing some
Classic.
fucking gig or something up there.
It was part of Comics Come Home when,
Yeah.
when it was really hot.
Comics Come
when
Home.
they were filming it every year.
And we were upstairs at the VIP section, and the show The Job had just come out, and my buddy Adam was in it. So I talked to Adam, and he's like, yeah, when Dennis comes up later, I'll introduce you. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I go to the bar to get a drink, and Dennis Leary walks right next to me to get a drink or whatever the fuck he's getting. And I'm like, fuck waiting for Adam. The guy's right next to me. I'll introduce myself.
Yeah, fuck having the smooth intro.
Right.
I'll just walk in like this.
I was like, Dennis, Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. I'm friends with Adam Ferrari. Does, The Job with you. pleasure to meet you and stuff. He didn't look at me. He put his hand up. He goes, yeah, thanks. Could I have a, and then the bartender, he goes, and then I had to skulk away, and everybody was looking
because we all watched this go down, and he has to now walk back to all of us, and we're just like,
and it was so embarrassing that when I turned around, they didn't even all start laughing. When I turned around, they all looked away and looked down like they weren't watching. It was that bad. Like, I actually got a little sympathy from these motherfuckers until, I walked over and then they started laughing at me.
Beat him up.
But I was just like, motherfuckers. So then we finally got Dennis booked on the show. And I'm like, good, I'm going to lay into him and ask him what the fuck is his problem and everything. So I laid out the whole situation. And he goes, well, what do you want me to tell you? I'm a fucking asshole. And it's like, don't diffuse the situation like that. Now I have nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. You just agree with it.
Yeah, I'm a fucking asshole. Great. Yeah, I treat people like shit. Fuck you.
The hardest?
Great, thanks.
I got douched so hard one time when I was in college, okay? Chris Isaak had this album called Forever Blue, and the whole album documents...
story just...
Chris Isaak.
The whole...
Chris,
I get shit on. I get shit on. Don't worry.
Chris
Isaak. He had this album called Forever Blue, and
you knew all the songs on it.
Was
I
the
loved
CD
it.
blue?
What was this?
Yeah, it was.
Oh wow,
Forever.
What was the song that was the hit?
Baby did a bad thing, and somebody's. So anyway, listen.
No. What was it about, like Chris Isaak's music that just really you connected with?
The whole album documented this breakup.
This one?
Yeah, this is a great tune. This is from Eyes Wide Shut. Baby did a bad thing. It's a good tune.
I remember this.
You like this song? It's all right.
It's George Thorogood.
Very bad.
Maybe it's good. I don't know.
Well, the story's more about how he dissed me, not about the music. But I feel like I'm going to keep getting smashed if I proceed.
I definitely want to hear it.
Joe, tell the story.
I want to hear it.
Wait, the vocals on this isn't bad. I want to beat him up, but
it's a fucking good tune.
All right, I'll check it out later on iTunes.
Well, we used to listen to this album in college.
What do we give? Thought we were going to hear that. The whiny Chris Isaak.
We used to get drunk. And we'd come home from the bar and listen to this album, and we would be like, oh, it's so fucking great. It's such an amazing album, blah, 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 right? So I did this show with Dave Chappelle out in Boston, and I'm standing out in front of the hotel with Dave Chappelle smoking cigarettes, and this was the peak of the fucking Chappelle show We're outside, literally a tour bus screeches to a halt in front of us, and Chappelle goes, uh-oh, who's this? Guy gets off the bus, he goes, Dave, Chris Isaak's on the bus. He's a big fan. Can he come say hi? Dave's like, yeah, man, I like Chris Isaak. Guy walks back on the bus. I turn to Dave in the 30 seconds I have. I go, dude, Chris Isaak's got this album called Forever Blue. It changed my life. I love it so much. Oh, my God. Dave goes, I'll introduce you. Chris Isaak comes off the bus. He's talking to Dave. He's fucking wide-eyed. He's so locked into Dave. Dave, I love you. You're hilarious. Dave goes, thanks, man, thanks. Listen, man, this is my opener, Joe DeRosa. Chris Isaak turns to me. I go, Chris, your album Forever Blue is so brilliant. It changed my life. He goes, yeah, thanks. Listen, Dave, and for fucking just literally 6 years I invested in this fucking album and just was like, yeah, kid.
And I would bet a lot of money Dave Chappelle couldn't name one of his songs.
Not that I know.
No.
Chappelle kept going.
You were the real fan.
Chappelle kept going, I like your show on Showtime. That's what he kept talking about, was his TV show. I was like, crap.
Boy.
Just such a smack in the face.
Yeah.
That's that story.
Why did the album change your life?
It did, because the
Did you ever have a song change your life, Ed?
No.
A fucking cartoon could have changed his life.
Why did it change your life, Joe?
The whole album documents a breakup from start. It starts with that song, and it just documents all the emotions of getting shit on and dropped by a chick that you're in love with. And it's just it's a brilliant concept album. There you go. Ahead.
I'm not doing anything. I'm listening to you. What's wrong with you?
Finger on the button, like it's the nuke button.
What?
Just
Okay, faggot, what's next?
But continue. I'm sorry, Joe.
So, yeah, whole breakup, beginning to end, and...
You see what it is, guys.
Did you feel it was talking to you, man?
When I feel...
I like when a song talks to
He sounds like a 14-year-old, and it changed my life.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Anthony's just, come on
get him back.
Come on in here.
What it is, guys,
Break up, change your life.
when I feel a man's penis go from soft to hard in my mouth.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This album is the perfect accompaniment.
Playing in the background.
Yes. When I feel a man shoot his greasy load into my rectum trap.
So a girl fucking broke your heart, and this is what got you through it, a Chris Isaacs
No, as
album?
usual, I just live theoretically through movies and music, as Bobby makes fun of me for, and I just thought it was a great album. I was like, this is what it would be like.
He doesn't have life experiences, really?
Anytime Joe calls me up, I'll give him experience. I'll give him pep talks from my life.
Yeah.
Things I've lived through, experiences, people, places, things that I've to say. You call him up for advice. Dude, it's like in Pulp Fiction. You know, when fucking Marcel, what the fuck did you just tell
No, he does
me?
that. This is the Goodfellas situation where he doesn't have any, like, real life...
No, it's all from
no real life experiences.
all from TV and movies.
This is like that Golden Girls episode where Blair says to Tootie or whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's facts of life, for Christ's sakes, Bill.
Oh, he has a
He's the
Golden
cable
Girls
guy.
wallet.
Joe's the cable guy.
Yeah.
That's how much he's into
Golden
fucking
I
Girls.
love the Golden Girls. I think it's hilarious.
It was fun.
Chris Isaac, Golden Girls, flannels. What else you like?
You have a Golden Girls wallet?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Look at that.
I bought this
like
in a
this
store.
item.
I bought this in a store. I walked out with my buddy. I go, what was the name of that store? That was the gayest fucking store I was ever in my life. And he goes, I don't know. I didn't see the name of it. I looked at my credit card statement. It was called Rainbows and Triangles. That's the name of the store.
Pretty gay. What do you jerk off to those pictures?
Take it easy.
No, you like the old broads.
He does.
yeah,
no,
old
he,
broads
when he sets that thing down in the bar, some old bag knows she has a chance.
That's right.
That's porno
Oh,
to you,
you're
right?
into the Golden Girls?
That wallet talking to you, sweetheart.
Joe goes down there with his bomber jacket on.
Yeah.
What old celebrity?
Flying Tigers emblem on the
He
back.
has $5 bills, the big old ones from the Titanic.
Come on, let's go make out in Times Square.
Joe,
The war is over.
I'll dip you.
name some old broad celebrities that you think are hot.
Helen Mirren's top of the list.
Oh yeah, you see the mirror picture yet?
Who the fuck is that?
I've seen her naked in
fuck.
she did a thing in like Vanity Fair.
Someone
recently
send
or
me the
something.
picture again, please. We've
What's-
been tweeting this off and on the last couple weeks. I'll show it to you. Somebody will send it.
Helen Mirren's right up there. Susan Sarandon. I'm a big fan
I'll
of.
tell you a good
Fucking
one.
baby teeth.
Who's the girl that did the lap dance in The Wrestler?
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah,
She's
not
not
that
old.
old.
She's like 40.
Yeah.
Dude, 40 used to be fucking old.
She's not.
She's only like 40, maybe 45.
Dude, in the 70s, in the 70s, you were fucking old. I'll give you a classic
You were
example.
done. Is that
her right
How quick Lucille Ball got old.
Oh,
she didn't
wow.
look half bad in the Lucy show, and then that Mr. Moody. She looks with a camel unfiltered voice.
Mr. Moody.
I saw Marissa
Face all creased
Tomei.
up.
I saw Marissa Tomei in a restaurant like 2 weeks ago. She is fucking beautiful.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
She's still
Yeah, but
beautiful.
what I'm saying though is that, like, you know, there weren't 40-year-old pinups when I was growing up,
no.
Joe. Way
Nope,
back in
no.
the 70s.
It had to be Barbie Benton.
But Joe's in on in another.
Actually,
shit.
back in the
Playboy.
day, the pinups were older broads.
They weren't.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
All the fucking sexy
Like
broads.
who?
If you look at TV back in the day, it was all older broads.
No, everyone
didn't
just
have, like,
looked old
young-
back
Yeah,
then.
Farrah
You're
Fawcett,
kinda right.
Charlie's
They were
Angels,
all in their
Jamie
30s,
Summers.
40s.
No, they weren't.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were all
Daisy
in their 30s
Duke.
and 40s. They had no 18-year-old fucking movie stars.
No, they were in
all-
their 20s.
No,
They were in their 20s. They
No,
just
no,
looked like
no.
shit.
They were in their for their
30s,
age, but I think it was like late 20s, early
Charlie's
30s.
Farrah Fawcett was
I'm
the
talking,
number one.
I'm talking before that.
I think
I'm not
Farrah was-
talking
I
in
think
the
Farrah
70s,
was in
I'm
her
talking
30s.
Back in the way back in the day. It was
Farrah
all
was
older
at Marilyn
30s.
Monroe. Yeah, she was like 56.
She was like 30 something.
No, dude, Betty
No, at
Page
the end of her life, she was.
Betty Page is the first pinup girl. She was like 23 or some shit.
Yeah.
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 You know,
I'm gonna
Bob, I
fucking
love you to
Google
death,
it.
but you're way off. You're way off the mark
I think
here.
Anthony agrees with me.
No, I think he's right because
Yeah,
a lot of these, like
Little bit,
Raquel
Bob.
Welch
A
and
lot,
stuff.
of, a lot of the bitches back in the day were the heavy was big too. They were rounder. They weren't the fucking.
That's
Well,
that's
that, yeah,
true.
that was
Yeah,
a
but
look.
they were in their 20s.
All right, now go ahead, move on. I got something true. Go ahead.
I don't know if they're in
I want to hear about the old broads Joe likes that we know.
Susan Sarandon. Goldie Hawn
Like
passed the
Susan
thing,
Sarandon?
but Goldie Hawn had a minute there in the late 90s where she was like right on the money, but she's
Really?
passed it out. Dude, Raquel Welch is still fucking banging.
She is.
the commercial she
still
does.
banging.
You know, like, but they do everything they can for those commercials.
That's fine.
Like she's going, with a Foster Grant commercial.
Yeah,
and it's like if you take those clothes off, you know what that's going to look like.
Yeah, I know. What's
grumpy old men?
Oh,
too.
Joe knows.
The two broads and grumpy old men.
Joe knows. The smell of Ben Gay turns him on.
The old broads.
Grumpy old men.
Oh, dude,
too.
Anne Margaret.
And the other one.
Sophia Loren.
All I think about is what that shit must look like naked. I don't care what the fuck they look like with all their makeup on and their clothes and their hair and everything. You know what? Once they're standing there nude at the bed, ready to crawl in.
And the bottom of their ass. You know when the old ladies, the bottom of their ass falls out when they get old?
God, it's just elephant butt.
Yeah. It's not an ass you want to fucking look at.
I realize,
elephant butt.
Once they shut off the movie floodlights, that she's got Anthony eyes. But,
Hey, it's the sunburn. I'm swollen, I swear.
All right, here we go.
You got Shemp eyes right now.
I am so swollen under my eyes. I really do. So bad.
Come on, put them up.
It really is bad. I looked in the mirror, I'm so puffy under the eyes, it's terrible.
Who's that?
Helen Mirren.
Now? Or back in the day?
It's back in the day.
That's fucking. That's all photoshopped.
That's back in the day, though.
What do you mean back in the day?
look at her
She's
back.
been around forever. She's old there. She's in front of a mirror with her fucking big fucking boobs almost out of her fucking dress.
Oh, she's just smoking.
Yes, smoking.
You know who's held herself together is the original blonde on is it Suzanne Summers?
Oh, that's another one way up my list.
Susan, how about Sally Field?
She's
Sally
so
Field.
hot.
She's a wreck.
Sally Field, I'd still bang.
Even though she has fucking bone disease.
She's a wreck.
I
She
gotta
has
be
a
honest
flat
with you.
ass.
Last time I saw
I
Suzanne
saw her on the Daily
Summers,
Show.
Yeah.
she was on the Arsenio Hall show.
Oh, okay. See,
okay.
I saw her on the commercial for some fucking new thing she's selling, and it's like she went to Smile, and you could tell they must have fucking just injected her with all kinds of collagen and
Kathy Lee
fat
Gifford.
from her ass.
Still bang Kathy Lee.
Kathy Lee
Gifford.
Wow, you like old bags.
What about Jane Fonda?
Just old bags.
Fonda's looking a little too old now.
What
But
if
yeah,
she
probably.
promised to tell you some showbiz stories?
Yeah, some Ted Turner fucking stories.
What about Barbara Eden?
Barbara Eden, I don't know what she looks.
Genie,
What does she look like now?
Now
She
it's
looks
over.
good.
Now she doesn't.
She's got to be a
Shaped
wreck.
like Barney Rubble.
What about Zsa Zsa Gabor?
No.
Yeah.
No, she's like grandma-ish.
Betty
They
White.
can't be No.
What about Phyllis Diller?
Florence Henderson.
Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, once they wear boas and have those fucking Hunter S. Thompson cigarette holders, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, what the
Barbara
feather
Eaton.
hat?
Did you spell it Barbara Eaton?
Yeah, he did. Eaton. Way to go, Bobby. Hey, you got us there, though.
Yeah, wow, that's a
you
picture
gotta-
from 1965.
Bobby, type the year. Type Barbara Eden. You don't know how to spell it, do you? So you
That
had to
show-
type I Dream of Genius.
I know I've talked about this before, but that show was the most sexually frustrating show you could ever watch as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't even know, because it's pre-internet and all that shit. I didn't
Yeah.
really even quite know what sex was when I first saw it, but I knew it was like, why isn't he just hugging her?
Yeah.
Or putting his hand,
Touching her.
Hugging her.
Oh, master, what do you want me to do? Fucking
What do you think?
show me your boobs.
Right.
Even as a kid, you knew that.
Yeah, you knew you needed to
Like,
touch.
you should have been doing something.
Oh, and he kept, Genie, get off of me. I have business to attend to.
What was the Dice thing where he talked about how he was mad that I Dream of Genie was back to back with like that girl or whatever? And he goes, pissed me off because you jerk off to Genie. You didn't have time to rejuvenate.
That's a great.
Oh, that's her now?
Nah, that's too long.
She's got like cheek implants or something
man, this
going on.
something
Her
going
both
on.
You know, I'd
eyes
still
are-
take a run at Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, my
All right.
God, you're out of
she's
your
fucking
mind.
gross.
She looks
I
like
am
a praying
stunned
mantis.
by you.
She's fucking gross.
Now you've
I'm
lost us.
stunned.
She's
her
horrible.
I never had you.
She's
She's got so many ligaments now.
Her eyebrows
Maybe
fell
I'm wrong.
off.
I don't know. The last I saw.
She's terrible.
All right,
Meanwhile,
maybe
I
I'm
sit
wrong.
here and think of bending over Dakota Fanning.
Oh, Jesus, hand.
She's legal.
Christ. Is she legal now?
Yeah.
I think so.
Did you see The Runaways? Holy shit.
What's wrong with that?
What, was there a grandma in there you really liked?
Yeah, let's go the other way now. Anthony, how young would you
Oh, you don't
go?
wanna
You're
know.
not going to get caught.
If there were no, because I've heard this
You don't
question
want-
1,000
why would you
times,
ask
and I've heard such dishonest
This is
answers.
such a great fucking beginning to
I've
the
heard
answer.
so
If
many-
there was no laws.
I've heard because I've heard this question. I've heard so many dishonest answers. If there were no laws, no repercussions, you're not fucking anyone up mentally. That right after it's done, the fucking Men in Black thing flashes and everyone forgets everything that happened. Probably 9.
9?
I'm kidding. Look at your face.
Everyone pushed back from the microphones.
Bill looked at me with utter disgust.
Everyone just pushed back.
No, I've seen hot-ass 15-year-olds. Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I'm sitting on the other side of the glass having that Boogie Nights conversation. They're so small.
You should have been alive in the Old West.
I'm talking. You've never seen a 15-year-old that was hot. Oh, shut the fuck up. You lying sacks of shit.
No, we haven't.
You're lying.
There's something about
Maybe I have.
You've
I'm
never
just
driven past a fucking when they let the school out and the girls are walking by and you just go, Jesus Christ.
You never parked outside of a school, Bob?
No.
Jerk off in the parking lot.
No. You gotta be honest with this one. Be honest.
I've done it.
Be honest.
I've done it joking with my friends in the car. I don't do it by myself.
I'm talking.
Oh my
be
God.
honest. You've never seen a girl that was probably 15 years old that had a great ass on her, great set of tits, and looked fucking pretty. You've never seen that. I'm not talking.
You know that
she's
moment
15. I'm
you
not
look, Bobby. You look and you're like, holy shit, and then you just shut it down. That's basically what happened. Okay, I can't.
It's like when you know
see your
somebody.
dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody in your family's gonna die.
No, but I would say 16 or older.
Oh, 1 year makes a big difference.
15 is creepy.
No, 15's creepy because of the shit that I took out. You take out all that morality, you take out the law, you take out fucking anyone up mentally, and you're saying that 16. You just said 16 because it's a little more acceptable.
Everybody has a line.
Yeah, that's relaxed. You guys are on the same page, more or less.
I'm just saying these full of shit that they've never seen.
All Bill is
15-year-olds
saying
that were hot.
he wants them to at least be in high school, not junior high.
No.
I'm just not going to admit it on the radio.
All right.
You saw the nodding, man. What's relaxed?
Show me.
No, I'm just saying the 16-year-old is when a woman can actually, some of them can, you could think they were 19 or 21.
Exactly.
But 15 is sort of that
Nah, you can still see that. And there's some 17-year-olds that look like they're fucking 12.
It's 16 and pregnant, not
Obviously,
15 and
I'm
pregnant.
talking about exceptions here. Anthony.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Here
about.
I am extending
But
an
you
olive
can't say
branch.
that there aren't any
Fucking Christ.
that you've never.
Show me a fucking picture. That's all.
All right, I'm going
say.
to. I'm going to.
Show me a
All
picture.
right.
I want to see
Bobby,
what you're
hold on.
talking
Bobby,
about.
you're over there. You go to this site.
Dude, the FBI is going to be breaking down this door in a half a second.
Is Aunt pissed because these guys wouldn't fuck a 15-year-old?
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Don't go there.
I'm not saying anything. What's that? Let me say.
AnthonyCumio.com.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I think this is safe.
Live.
Yeah,
I think.
Must be.
Yeah, but those are just going to be girls of age that look like they're 15.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't even want to see this site.
It's disgusting to you. We understand.
No, it's
Why
not.
We go to fucking
This might blow up your movie career, Joe.
I didn't say it was disgusting.
Turkey neck.
Giblets vag.
All right, look, it's safe.
Now, what do you
Yeah, they're wearing clothes.
Except for the
and
right
shit.
side of the screen is a little rough with the advertising, but
Just hit
this fucking
continue. We don't
warning?
care about viruses. It's
fuck
not
the
my computer.
warnings. What are you, a pussy? Fuck the warnings.
What's the warning say?
Click yes. Let's go.
I hit it. It's not going.
Uh-oh.
Bobby's going to be crying in jail. I had a hit film at a festival. Everything was turning around.
I hit one fucking button on the computer.
Tell me, Bobby.
Dude.
Come on.
Dude.
Oh, boy, the site might be
Yeah, you better
dangerous.
get off this site, dude. You got all kinds of pop-ups. Where's Dan? Danny usually wrestles somebody to the ground when they try to go to these sites.
He
in here.
will.
Just go fucking...
Remember that day
what is that
Patrice was
doing?
screaming at him?
That ain't working.
No, go to the other thing and just scroll.
Continue. There we go.
Scroll.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
I'm trying to scroll.
Look at Bobby. Bobby is in the zone. Look at his.
He really
look at
is.
the tense.
Just fucking hit that or something. I don't know.
Maybe
we were doing a radio show, man, and they told me to go on this site, dude.
I was doing research.
like that.
How about
You don't like what? That it won't let you on the probably illegal site?
right. What? Close out of that. Now I'm getting nervous. How about Susan Lucci?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
64, I believe.
Absolutely.
Susan
I'd bang every one of the chicks on Hot in Cleveland. Every fucking last, except Betty White. Not Betty White, but the other three, especially that English one that talks like she sweeps chimneys.
Obviously, this show's for you.
Yeah. Wow, you catch every episode, do you?
Wow, you got something going on, man.
Oh, man, I love those
All right,
girls.
We should break because we got some fucking commercials we have to fit in.
Damn it.
So we'll figure it out. So congrats on the movie there. I think we got some of the info out. Cheatthemovie.com.
Yes, thank you very much.
Very cool. All right. Anything else we're promoting before we go to break?
I'm going to be at Portland this weekend at Parlor Live, I guess it's called.
And I'm on the Jimmy Norton tour.
I know. I'm trying to figure out if I can get up there and see you guys.
Yeah, it's pretty
Foxwoods this weekend, right? I think it's sold out.
Ooh, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's sold out.
I'll be in Cincinnati.
Kenny's trying to talk me into it, but we would leave in the middle of the night and come home in the middle of the night. I'm like, how is that fun for anyone? Like they don't know how to go to a gig and relax and enjoy themselves. He'll pick up.
That's the perfect way to do it. You avoid the traffic.
He'll pick up Jimmy at like 1 in the morning on Friday/Saturday morning. We'll get up there, and then right after the show, we have to hit the road and come home. It sucks.
Oh, I'm leaving the second the show's over.
Are you? Yeah, but you're one of those guys that does hang if it's a cool place.
Yeah.
These guys never. Yes, Kenny.
I'm not.
Can I say 2 things?
Oh.
Number 1, Bill, if you need anything for this weekend, let me know.
How about a ride?
Okay.
Jesus, that was easy.
Number 2, I watched Cheat the movie in its entirety.
Well, that's 15 minutes. Were you able to focus for 15 minutes, Kenny?
It's terrific.
Yeah? You like it, huh?
Thank you, Kenny. What a sweetheart.
Kenny says, why did he get to see it and we haven't seen it?
It's a dramedy.
A dramedy. Don't say anything. You're going to blow the left turn.
I'm going to. I have my hand on the dump button if you say anything silly.
No, it's very dark.
You like the left turn?
Compelling and gritty.
All right, be careful.
Joe doesn't have an athletic bone in his body.
Oh, thank you, Kenny.
I love the chase scene.
Glad.
Thank you. Is he fucking you guys
Did
up?
you like it?
Yeah.
He's all right?
Is that the first time you ever said dramedy?
Yeah, I had to think of it. Like I knew there was a word for it.
That's the first time I've really not seen you with the sport coat on and realized you have the exact same body as Vince McMahon. Can somebody please get him one of those old WWF blazers?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's a dramedy, I tell you.
Joe DeRosa doesn't have an athletic bone in his body.
Oh, it's great. And when you make it into a full-length feature movie, I would love to be in it.
Yeah, we got to break just because we have live reads. It's the only fucking reason, unfortunately. We'll continue with Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, and Bob Kelly next. Stay there. Point, Bill. Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, Bob Kelly.
What a historic moment.
We just had a hell of a 10 minutes there. The show continued. We were talking about Donald Trump, and I guess breaking news, the White House has released President Obama's birth certificate.
Yeah.
And Bill Burr goes, wow, it took him a long time to make that.
Yeah, it took him a long time to print that up.
Yeah, you would think that the White House thinking, what kind of identification you want?
It's actually on an elephant hide.
They had that's funny. They had to spill some coffee on it and throw it in a dryer with poker chips, make it look old.
And what is Donald Trump saying about this? That it's all bullshit? Wait, we might have audio.
Do the people in this country now need to...
Donald Trump is having a press conference.
He's saying,
Donald Trump is saying...
Where did this information come from?
No, I think what you're going to see, first we have to look at the certificate, but I am really happy that this has finally taken place because we have some issues that are unbelievably important.
But you didn't answer my question, sir. You said we...
I think I did. No, I did answer your question.
What are your qualifications to assess this? You say you have to look at it, you have to decide.
This is going to be good.
What gives you the authority,
Well, I'm going to look at it, and many other people are going to look at it. You're going to have many people looking at it, and obviously they're going to have to make a decision because it is rather amazing that all of a sudden it materializes.
But what gives you the authority?
I hope it's the right deal.
Bill, he can't hear you.
I hope it's the right deal. We have to look at it. A lot of people have to look at it. Experts will look at it.
There's people looking at it.
I am really happy.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm very proud that I was able to bring this to a point. Nobody else was. The Clintons during their campaign weren't. All of the other people that talked about it, for years, they weren't.
I am amazing.
I am really honored by this.
Yeah,
okay,
he's
next
honored.
question.
What do you think this says, though, right now? If it's not true, for example, does it mean the country is led by an illegal president? Is that what you're saying?
Well, let's hope it is true. I don't want to answer that question because it's too negative.
It may not be true.
Honestly, the question's so negative. At this point, I don't want to answer that question because you're asking a very negative question if it's not true, if it's not really his birth certificate.
Please stop
I don't want to
asking
answer
questions
that.
about
I
what
hope
I've been
it's true.
insinuating.
And the reason I hope it's true, because we have very big problems in this country. This country is suffering right now. I mean, I have people, they can't get gasoline in their tank. They're topping out their tank because they can't afford to do it properly. They've never had this before.
What the fuck does that mean?
You look at
When I top
resorts
out my
around
tank,
the
it
country.
means I can
they're not
afford it.
doing any business because people don't drive. And then if you look at Saudi Arabia,
What is he
it's
saying?
unbelievable. 3 days ago, they announced essentially that they're going to raise the price of oil by cutting back on production.
Oh, we got trouble.
And we have nobody
right
to
here in
speak
River
to
City.
these people. We have
With a
nobody.
capital T around
that
the P, and that stands for
and says,
fool.
you're not going to do it, fellas. We're protecting you. You wouldn't be there except for us. We have nobody. Now, yesterday, our president said that he has very little impact over the price of gasoline. I think he's 100% wrong, because OPEC is setting the price of fuel. We have oil all over the place. All over. Every ship at sea is loaded up with oil. They don't know where to dump it. And yet every day we're setting records. And pretty soon we're going to be at that 150 a barrel, the all-time record. Now, when the president says he has no power over that, I mean, it's pretty sad.
But in one mind, is it possible that the country is being led right now by an illegitimate president? Is that possible?
Well, I certainly hope it's not possible, and I hope we've accomplished a lot by what I've been doing for the last couple of months, and I hope we can start talking about OPEC and China taking our jobs and making everything for us. I hope we can start doing that. What I would do differently is come down really hard on OPEC. If you look at these nations, they wouldn't even be there except for us. You take a look at Kuwait. I mean, we handed Kuwait back to the people that right now essentially own Kuwait, because it's really ownership more than anything else. We handed it back. They never paid us. You look at these nations, Saudi Arabia.
Did we go there to have them pay us?
Then they want to raise the price of fuel. It's not high enough.
It's like a job.
So it would be very easy and very quick to get gasoline prices down. Gasoline prices are at $4, $5. They're going to $6 and $7 as sure as you're standing there.
Do I hear 9?
Yes.
In terms of credibility, you came up here once in a black helicopter in 1988 and you were running as a Democrat. Why should people, what makes you...
No, I wasn't. Let me just tell you, it's sort of interesting because New Hampshire's been a very special place. I came up in 1988 or 89, a long time ago, as a favor to a friend of mine, and I made a speech. But it's a place that I've always liked, and I've been to actually many times, New Hampshire. And in making the speech, everyone thought I was running for president. As you know, I wasn't running for president. I never said I was running for president. I made a speech on success for a friend of mine around 1988. And the buzz was unbelievable because it happened to be New Hampshire.
It was the biggest buzz ever.
Prior to primary season. So, in a way, New Hampshire sort of got me started. It's sort of interesting. But I did come up in 1988. I made a speech.
Was Hawaii
it was
even
really
a state in 1961?
Success, much so, more so than
That's what I would say. Hey, was Hawaii even a state in 61 when Obama was born? Huh?
He's gonna be a great president because he has mastered the art of question dodging.
Oh my God!
How the fuck did he turn this into oil?
He really fucking. Yeah, they called him out by saying, "Look, here's the birth certificate." But he's finally releasing it. It's not a story anymore. Oil's all over the place.
I got some of my dump it. I got some of my cock from this Norwegian model I was banging.
I'm gonna dump in a week.
Oh God.
Well,
if he becomes president, that means we should never have a president that was roasted.
Doesn't have a shot. I guess Obama's going to talk in a minute or two about the certificate being released.
What happened to this fucking country now that the president has to respond to like every, jackass out there?
He's got to respond to Donald Trump of all
First of all, he
people.
should have responded like day one with the birth certificate. Oh, here it is. Why wait over 2 years before you just say, look, yeah, I'm a citizen, assholes? I think that would have cleared up the problem.
I agree with that.
I go with that. Yeah, I go with that.
We have a friend who's been doing publicity for years and years, and his whole thing is you cut the head off the snake immediately. And the example he kept giving me was Tiger Woods. He goes, the second his wife hit his car with the golf club or whatever he did, he goes, he should have just came out immediately and went, we're having some problems. I made a mistake, and it would have been done. But instead, He goes, they perpetuate these problems by dodging it.
Ambien, and I was
That everybody comes out of the
driving,
fucking woodwork.
She tried to stop the car with a golf club.
It really is
Tried to rescue me.
easier to just lay it all out there.
But I think
You
you
know,
will
the
be
best one I ever saw
surprised
doing that was
at what my
Madonna.
announcement is.
Really?
When Madonna first hit, they found like naked pictures.
Oh, right.
She goes, oh, they find those? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, it was fun.
Anything? Yeah, diffused.
My bush was hairy. I had a really big bush back then.
Little tiny nipples. Big bush.
Everything's legitimate. You ask me questions that, frankly, nobody gets angry. The press doesn't get angry. Look, the press is very protective.
Press is everywhere.
Of President Obama.
Press is all over the
very
place.
protective.
Yes.
They're not protective of me, but they're protective of President Obama. And they're not protective of most other people either, in all fairness. The word is, what I've read.
He was lost there.
Where was
He
a terrible student
He even
when he
lost
went to
himself
Occidental.
there.
And I was talking
He
about
then
how he
gets
was a
to
terrible
Columbia.
student.
He then gets to Harvard. I heard at Columbia wasn't a very good student. He then gets to Harvard. How do you get into Harvard if you're not a good student? Now,
How do you
maybe
get a
that's
job
right,
like
or
you're a
maybe it's
successful
wrong. But
businessman?
I
You
don't
go
know why he
bankrupt in
doesn't
Atlantic
release
City
his
every
records.
3 fucking
Why
weeks.
doesn't he release his Occidental records?
Why is he having a press
Well, I'll tell you why. Who
conference?
cares? Because everyone says he was this great student. Well, if he was, that's great, and if he wasn't, that's great. I was a very good student.
He cheated at a game of Super Mario Brothers.
Well, I think academics.
Yeah,
is
the-
I'll tell you what,
Donald's gonna
education
start
has always
reaching.
meant a lot to me.
So what?
And I think
And you know this shit. What is he getting at?
He's getting at the fact that this is now over because he showed the birth certificate. That was his big thing. So now he's just trying to find anything else.
The word is,
I heard he stashed Monopoly money under the Monopoly board, which is very unethical when you're playing the game.
Well, this is what
I was
read.
building hotels on Boardwalk and Park Place as my other hotels were being repoed.
He went to these amazing Ivy League schools, but what's really amazing about these schools?
Yeah. How do you get into Harvard if you're not getting
It's
good
not
grades?
innuendo. I'm just reporting what I read. Hey, I read stuff that you people write. Hey, look, what's worse innuendo than what I go through? I mean, what people say about me. I mean, I have the ultimate innuendo. But I promise you one thing, nobody will protect
innuendo.
me like they protect our president. So,
Because you're not the president.
Yeah, you mean like
and I'm
directly?
really proud that I was able to do something that nobody else could do.
Ah, see,
I'm
he's
really
proud.
happy about it.
I feel the president enjoys more privileges than I do.
I wait for the. I'm waiting for his big slip when he goes, "How do you get into Harvard if you're black?" I mean, bad student.
Bad student.
Bad student. I meant to say.
Because I don't want this issue.
He's fun to listen to, this
Oh,
Donald Trump.
he's out of his mind.
Oh God, and he dresses like Rodney Dangerfield.
Hey, birth certificate, huh? Hey, I gotta tell you.
Got the mini bombats.
Hey, how did he get to Harvard, you know?
Well, I've had a lot of friends that are Democrats and a lot of friends that are Republicans.
All right.
And over the years, if you know, New York is a largely Democratic place. It's very rare that you see in New York City, as an example, for a Republican to get elected. The numbers are staggering, where a Democrat will get 94% of the vote. And that's if the
What are you
Republican is
getting
doing
at?
a good job. So it's
He's
a
just
very,
pulling those
very
stats out of his ass.
interesting fact
there's
that
94%.
happens
I remember
to
that
be
landslide,
almost all
94 to
Democratic. Over the years,
6%.
I've supported many Republicans.
I remember seeing
many
those
Democrats.
figures on TV.
And I think there's something nice about
A
that.
landslide
When
is
I
like
watch Washington,
58 to
look at Washington.
42%. Well, they'll get like 94% of the vote.
I once watched a Democrat receive 100% of the vote, while the other Democrats took turns sodomizing the Republican candidate.
Wiping their penises on Obama's birth certificate.
And they'd get things done.
Yeah.
Now we're like at a stalemate. I think it would be great if somebody got in there that actually could get along with both sides. And I know many of the people
Like
that are on
you?
the Democratic side, and in some cases they're friends of mine. I get along with them great. And
I can
think
get
it's
along
time
with people.
for people to
I should be president.
I should be in the White House.
There's people offshore in boats, in oil tankers that I get along with.
It'd be great if Gary Busey just tackled him right now.
Well, my views change. And
2 plus 2, what's the answer? Well, you know, mathematics has been around for a long time. Donald, you didn't answer the question. I believe I did.
Well, you know, I'm not protected against mathematics like the president is.
That's a great answer.
you
I
can't
believe
just
I
have,
did.
like, an
Yeah, I
idea.
believe I
And then
did.
This idea, it's like go through a wall. Sometimes you have to be able to go under the wall, around the wall, over the wall.
Oh, boy.
I've always said,
Sometimes there's a door within the wall that you just can open up.
And the president uses that because he's got all the privileges.
Sometimes it's like a window. You have to open
runs
up
for
the
office
window.
or currently running for office.
As he
They've
talks
had
about
views
the
that are
economy,
much
why is nobody going, then why are your hotels and resorts such fucking rip-offs? Why doesn't anybody ask him that?
How do casinos lose money, you dummy?
What are you, an asshole?
Consistently, yeah.
Didn't you see the movie Casino?
Yeah.
We always win, remember that?
And will you play with us a little more, or is it going to end when you make the announcement that surprises?
That's a very interesting question. I think you're going to be very surprised.
Ann Coulter said last night you are not running for president. She compared you to Charlie Sheen. So this is all just a show.
Ann Coulter?
Oh, here we go.
Hey, you'll have to see. You know what? We have 3 weeks. Not a big deal. In 3 weeks, you're going to see. I think you're going to be very surprised. And I
3
think
weeks,
if I
it's
do
not even
run,
a month.
I'll do very well.
He's
And I
talking
think,
about it
look,
like he's
I'm already
unveiling a new
leading the polls,
casino.
and I'm not running. Am I leading the polls? Thank you. Well, okay. Well,
He's the only fucking...
CNN did a poll recently.
Does he
where
understand why he's leading?
It was one of the most
Obama and
accurate
I
polls
are
ever.
statistically
Yeah.
tied. If you'd like, I could send it to you. Just call up
Please
CNN.
run for the presidency.
I
Please
think I'd
run.
beat
He's going to do it.
No,
If I
how
look
much
at
fun
this
would this
economy
be?
And how bad it's doing.
Yeah, but you know what's funny
If I
about
look
this
at
is when you
economy,
say you're going to run,
it's doing so poorly.
the second you're in, all
And I
this
think
changes, and
ultimately
it
it's gonna
stops
be
being fun,
largely
and they
about
start
that.
looking into
You
your
look at
fucking
what he's
life,
doing in
and it
Libya, which
becomes
is a total
horrific.
disaster.
All the
Nobody even knows what's
skeletons,
going
all
on
the
in Libya.
finances,
You
who
look
you
at what's
dealt with,
happening with
who was your
gasoline
friend,
prices,
who was your
where
priest, who
he
fucking
said
everything.
He has no control
and you're
over
like,
prices,
I'm outta
which he
here.
does
Oh, fuck
if he
this.
gets on the phone or gets off this.
He's saying in the polls,
basketball
you know,
court.
he's
or
leading.
whatever he's
Jesus
doing
Christ.
At the time.
He just said if he gets
should
off
be
the
focused
basketball
on
court, he can
and
affect
getting
gas
those
prices.
down.
Oh,
That's what he should be
Yeah, he just
focused
said that.
on.
Yeah, he does.
if he stops eating that fried chicken, I think.
Libya much differently. First of all, I don't know
Which
who the
I
rebels
also
are, and
enjoy.
I said it
That's how you
many
try and
times.
cover your tracks.
I enjoy it too,
rebels
but
I hear
you know, the oil on my
are
fingers
controlled
after
by
eating
Iran
it,
and
we should have
Al-Qaeda.
oil in our cars.
So, we make them sound like
This
they're
guy
out
would
of
just
Gone
stop
with the
hanging out
Wind.
with
It's
Raj and
wonderful.
Rerun
Beautiful rebels.
down at Shirley's
Because you're
Diner.
great.
For
You could end
Christ's
up with
sake.
worse than
Which was
Gaddafi,
one of my
perhaps.
favorite shows. That's how you get away with it.
Having our great military people lose their lives
Yeah.
in Libya, and we don't even know what we're getting into. And
Well,
I've
what about
always
the other
said,
two fucking
I'd
wars?
Go for
Oh,
Libya,
those are-
but
that's
I want
old
the
hat.
oil. You know, in the old days, when you win a war, you win a
Check
war.
isn't.
Nowadays, you win a war.
Sitting on the table.
We lose lives. We spend billions of dollars,
Yeah.
and then we come out and we go back home, and we have all of
easy.
our wounded to take care of. We have all of the
Now
dead
this makes
soldiers
sense here.
and dead
Let's
military.
let's talk about the
And
rich
what do we
fucks
get?
who make all
Nothing.
the money.
This is interesting, Libya, because the Arab League, which is Saudi Arabia, and many of the wealthiest nations in the world, told us to go in and take out Gaddafi. Now, if they would have said that to me, I would have said $5 billion right now. You know what? Just for the question, they would have given you all of that money. They would have
So
paid it
extorting
in 2 seconds.
to
The other question I
assassinate
ask is
another
this.
leader.
You get no oil
That's
from
good.
Libya. You get no oil.
They'll remember that when he announces
taking
his.
over
So
the
what you're
world
saying
because
is
of
you
the
would be the
There's
president slash
America,
hitman.
we will whack any dictator
Yes.
for $5 billion.
$5 billion.
I fucking love that.
To whack a fucking dictator.
You know what? He just convinced me. Donald Trump.
Trump for president.
China involved? Why are we involved with Libya, and China's not involved? And China.
Why don't you read up on
by the
banks?
Way, the IMF came out 2 days ago.
Oh, he knows about
They
banks.
said by 2016,
Yeah,
China's
but
bigger than
from
we
our
are.
angle.
Yeah.
You know why
I'm
they're
getting
bigger?
fucked on
Because
the
they're
interest.
making our products.
I can't believe he just said the
wouldn't be
going
an
rate for a president to kill another, to use the government, the United States Army,
so easy.
to murder
China is
another
making
leader
unfair
is
and
$5 billion.
Hey, we're doing it anyways. We
He
might as well
just
get paid
put the
for
word
it.
out.
Yeah, but that's the soundbite they're going to be playing with later today. Oh boy,
Yeah,
they're
it's
going to
be
have
a
fun.
biggie.
They're going to have fun with that
That's
one.
going to be a biggie right there.
If I'm in
MSNBC is going to have fun with that
decide to
one.
run and win. Within 1 day, they're going to be told,
If I
you keep
decide to run and
manipulating
win.
your currency, we're going to tax you
The solution is
25%.
simple. Kill the
Now,
Batman.
that's going to do two things. First of all,
Within a
they'll
day.
stop manipulating at the mere thought of it if they believed it. But they don't believe this administration because when the president of China comes to the United States, we hold a state dinner for him in the
Steak
White
dinner?
House. Now, here's a guy that's been screwing our country for
And we
years.
squint our
They're
eyes
going to
and
make
make fun of him behind his back.
$300 billion
Well, that's how those people say steak.
this year. $300 billion more than that.
There's just too many
And we hold the steak
channels
dinner.
that this guy's entire speech is being fucking televised.
Yes. Brilliantly. And by the way,
They let him
I
slide.
have no anger at China. If you can get away with it, I mean, if I was from China, I'd be very proud
I
of my
like the
leaders.
Mugu
But I'm
Gai
from this
Pan. I love the General Chow's chicken.
They got
whatever
those
his name
rolls
is.
with the eggs in them. Those
Yeah.
are good.
That's good stuff.
Did you ever have those ribs?
This guy's going to get me into politics again.
I would tax them.
Oh, he's great.
He rolls.
Yeah.
By the way, when you talk about budget deficits,
Yeah, budget
the deficits
deficits.
because our economy, how can our economy ever get good? How can our economy ever be strong, ever, when we have
People like me are
other
running away with all
countries
the money.
making our product? It can't happen. I watched Ben Bernanke not long
He's
ago
actually
say,
making a
no,
couple good points
unemployment's
there.
going to be
He
fixed
has
a
to bring
long
up
time.
NAFTA
You know why?
at some point.
Yes.
Because
Then I want to know
India
where his products are made.
taking
What
so many
8-year-old
jobs
sews
through
his shit
outsourcing.
together?
China is making our products, so
Yeah.
we don't have. I look at places like Newton, Iowa, where Maytag moved out and they moved into Mexico and devastated the town. So, if you put a tax on Chinese products,
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
here
going to
comes
leave New Hampshire and go to Washington and the White House.
he got
We'll
bumped
bomb
for
it.
Obama.
Let me just
comment.
Now he's going to respond to Donald Trump.
Motherfucker say.
I can't get the networks to break in on all kinds of other discussions. I was just back there listening to Chuck. He was saying, it's amazing that he's not going to be talking about national security. I would not have the networks breaking in if I was talking about that, Chuck, and you know it.
Oh, boy. He's doing stand-up.
As many of you have been briefed,
He's like The Rock.
we provided additional information today
Additional information.
about the site of my birth. Now, this issue has been
Indonesia.
going on for 2.5 years now. I think it started during
Yeah,
the campaign.
you could have ended it day one.
And I have to say that over the last 2.5 years, I have watched with bemusement. I've been puzzled at the degree to which this thing just kept on going.
Well, then why didn't you release it?
We've had every official in Hawaii, Democrat and Republican, every news outlet that has investigated this confirmed
Really,
that,
Fox News?
yes, in fact, I was born in Hawaii, August 4th, 1961, in Kapiolani Hospital. We've posted the
foreign
certification
This
that
guy's
is
only
given
7
by the
years
state
older
of
than
Hawaii
me. He's president. I'm
on
such a
the internet
fucking
for
loser.
everybody to see. People have
He's been in there 2 years.
that they, in fact, have seen this birth certificate, and
He
yet
was
this
state
thing just
senator
keeps on
at
going.
what age?
I don't know. Now, normally, I would not comment on something like this
Why?
because obviously there's a lot of stuff swirling in the
Trump
press
is
at any
beneath
given
him.
day, and
But I mean, it
I've got
wasn't
other
as
things to
Trump.
do.
It became
But
such
2
a big
weeks
thing.
ago, when the Republican
could've just left
House
it alone.
had put forward a budget that will have huge consequences potentially to the country.
Consequences,
And when I gave a speech about my budget and how I felt that we needed to invest in education and infrastructure and making sure that we had a strong safety net for our
What
seniors.
happened to the guy that was
Even
really
as we were closing the
inspiring in his
deficit.
speeches?
During that entire week,
This guy ain't inspiring anymore.
We haven't had that. Everybody goes in the office and you
Wasn't about
start
these
aging
huge monumental
horrifically.
choices that we're going to have to make as
It's
a
like
nation.
that Star Trek disease that they
No,
got when they all started getting old.
You go in there
quickly.
and you realize that you're powerless against the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
And that if you don't do what the people, who put you in office say, you have a convertible ride in your future.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day you peek out you make sure the hardtop's still out there. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
The day you see the converter, hey, the weather's nice. Why don't we take the car out
For a
Like,
nice
"Ah,
slow
shit.
drive.
How do you feel about
Why?"
Dallas? Have you ever been there?
Yeah,
it's
it's
nice.
a great place.
Yeah.
It's like the show. You come in all woo, and then an hour and a half in, you're just like, oh, I'm looking at your
Depending
mouth.
on what you
I'm
say.
just watching Anthony's mouth, like hypnotized.
Depending on what you say, you could, lose your head.
Well, it's just like these guys have been fucking PR'd down, just like it's like whatever happened to like rock stars, whatever happened to guys openly doing drugs and boozing it up, and everything has been so fucking PR'd down where they're like you can't do anything cool or exciting or edgy anymore in the public eye.
Do you remember Obama's campaign speeches?
Unbelievable.
I mean, I can't stand the guy. I don't like him as president and whatnot, but. One thing that really got him across was he could give a great speech. Yeah. He inspired people. Now he's just like every blah, blah, blah. You just hear a low droning noise with catchwords of budget and line item veto and gas and
because that is the worst job on the planet.
God damn, yes.
You go in there and you're all like, I'm going to get this done, get this done. It's like when you go and like pitch a show. I'm going to get a show. We want something edgy. I got something edgy. And then you give it to them. Yeah, we love it. And they start taking a hatchet to it. Next thing you know, you're the wacky next door neighbor.
What happened to my edgy show?
Yeah.
I remember even fucking Bush Senior speeches. No new taxes.
Yeah. No, read my lips. No new taxes. Oops.
And that was the big joke on SNL, how that when Dana Carvey would just do the fucking button phrases, 1,000 points of life.
Yeah.
It's like they do that to all of them, man. They get in and they're like, all right, you need to shut the fuck up about this. We made the people happy. You're here.
We really are
who
just
was
fucking
comic?
cattle.
We really are just dummies. Who was a comic? I can't remember who it was, but it was just saying he wants to see this Obama run against the Obama from the last election.
It's like a video game.
It's like it's two different people.
Yeah.
This guy is like, where's the closed Guantanamo? Get our soldiers out. And this guy, we're in another fucking quagmire.
It'd be like watching young Dennis Leary or old Dennis Leary try to trash young Dennis Leary.
Yeah, that's it for Obama. He's done.
So that was quick. He just said, hey.
That was quick.
How great is that, though? He just came right in halfway through his speech. He's backstage. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said enough. He said the basketball line. Great. He's done.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go live. I'm the fucking president.
It's like a wrestling promo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, Donald.
Yeah.
Hey, Trump, I was just watching you.
You
want a birth certificate? I got a birth certificate. Who
should Trump run with?
Trump, do you like pancakes?
Like a Vince McMahon or like an Andrew Dice Clay. He needs a good VP.
He needs a good mic guy. Someone who's good on the mic.
Oh, how great. I would vote Vince McMahon for president. I would vote for that in a second, which is everything wrong with this country.
You would have to.
But I would vote for
Come
Vince
November, I'm going to kick your ass. Really?
Do you remember when Bill Clinton became president? He had brown hair.
Oh,
within 8 months, it was just white.
Well, they were all dying to get elected. It's all they get the medicine in there to get elected. As soon as they get in, it's like, I'm not doing that again.
Obama finally went with the medicine because he was starting to get very gray, and I think he was one of those guys that was going to say, "Look, I'm going gray. I don't give a fuck." But it was going gray so fast that he said, "Fuck that, get that medicine."
Dude, I think when you have
now he doesn't have any gray anymore.
He has a little pad. He does the
a little bit
just for men.
What's the one? The blend?
Yeah, the blend where you have a little gray.
You got to keep a little gray.
A little gray, yeah.
A little gray to show you're experienced.
Yeah, but he's not going gray due to his age. It's like it's
stress.
The level that you age.
Oh yeah, of course.
You're fucking making decisions where like, okay, we're gonna try to drop this bomb on this guy, but it might land on a baby, and we need you to go out there and convince people this is what.
You know what's fucked up? Considering the amount of stress and how that fucking wears away on him in those short 4 years or 8 years if you got 2 terms. Ex-presidents do tend to live to be very old,
but because they get the good medicine,
they get the best medical care, not the fucking health care that we would get.
My parents, when they went, I was telling them during the break, how conservative my parents are. They came out to visit me in fucking Hollywood, right? Liberal fucking land. You know what they wanted to see? They didn't want to see the Walk of Fame or Sunset Strip. They wanted to go to the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library.
There you go. Oh, yes.
And we went to it, and this is what fucking blew my mind. They had the Air Force One plane, the entire fucking plane there, and you get on it, and there's these rotary phones that they could make a phone call on an airplane, and we're still waiting for that technology. So they're at least 30 years ahead of us in technology. So that's probably why they're aging so well. Just give us our war. Ignore the Federal Reserve, and we'll give you the magic pills. Look at fucking Dick Cheney. If Dick Cheney worked in a hardware store, he would have been dead at 28
years ago.
Yeah, no, he can have 900 fucking heart attacks and just keep going.
That's your best conspiracy ever, Bill.
I got sick, really sick.
Holy
like this thing
shit.
called crud, where the sand and all the shit and goes in your nose, and everybody gets it when you get over there, the infection. I went into the hospital, whatever, the fucking medic tent. They gave me regular bullshit. Then I hooked up with these, these special service guys, and he goes, "Don't take that shit. Here, take one of these." He gave me one pill, and it wiped it out. The next day, I was perfect.
Yeah, it's like Magic Johnson.
Magic pill.
Magic Johnson gets AIDS.
I like Bill's theory.
That is
a good theory.
With the rotary phone that you can make a phone call from 30,000 feet.
Dude, and you should have seen this
30
thing.
years ago.
This thing was like the fucking Mary Tyler Moore phone.
Jesus Christ.
And he's calling Russia. Let me tell you something, you sons of bitches.
You can't understand the dark side of the force. It literally is the dark side. You commit
and we're
to it,
sitting
you
here
live forever.
I'm pressed with their fucking iPhones, and we still can't make a phone call up there.
From up there, yes.
And they could do it on a rotary phone.
China.
I learned when I was studying video or TV history in my video production major.
Oh, you really study that?
Well, I don't know.
I took that class too.
Yeah, it was a class you had to take.
I snoozed during that period.
Well,
And that's why Joe's making movies in your life.
I was supposed to pay attention to the fish episode they were showing.
You would have been there.
Fuck.
No, they told us though they were talking about because it was late '90s, and they were talking about the coming age of digital television.
Oh,
and they kept being like, "Don't buy a TV. It's coming. It's coming in the next few years." And all this shit.
Fuck you.
They were talking about the development of television through the 50s, and they were on a fucking roll. They go, they could have easily committed digital technology so much sooner.
Yeah.
The government stepped in the 50s and goes, "That's enough. That's where we're going to stop it for now." And there's no answer to that question. Well, why?
As to why?
The government just said that's enough. They were the main funders of the development. They cut it off and they said it's gone far enough. We're going to leave it there for 50 fucking years. Think about how much TV developed from whenever it was invented up until 1960, and then it just stopped developing.
Was nothing
until 2000.
Happened.
What was that about, you think?
Nothing happened.
Well, that's what he's saying. They're like, don't
Digital
this fucking
television,
technology out little by little.
Fucking high definition television, all that shit just became
You think Lyndon B. Johnson had 3D TV?
Dude, look at the fucking internet. The internet came out in the 80s, literally in the 80s, and nothing. And all of a sudden, from 2000 to 2003, it's the most magnificent thing you've ever seen. There's video.
Oh,
you
I
can
was
get
using it in the
anything
90s, though. Let me tell you. Wow.
It's like
great porn.
It's crazy. So remember in the 90s? I mean, the leaps and fucking bounds were insane, dude, in like a 4-year period for something that had been around for almost 15 years at that point, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The TV thing is very interesting. Like why they would just say, that's good enough. That resolution's great. The fucking scan lines are great. Leave it like that.
Yeah, I don't know, because I also
they can still do that now. I mean, the government got away with a lot of shit back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Do you think they can still? I mean, there's so much you can get information now. I mean, you can't just stop.
God, Bobby. What? Because we have cell phone cameras, we're gonna know what they're doing in the Pentagon?
I don't think they can stop.
I love Bill, man.
Dude, I just told you,
Bill
his
just
fucking
laughed at you,
phone
Bob.
is 30 years ahead of what you got. You still can't call in the sky.
But I can.
They got all this stuff, Bob.
You can
They
call
got
in
the ray
sky.
guns.
You can use the phone on the fucking plane.
They can probably fucking do that Star Trek shit and zap themselves to Hawaii, make a fake birth certificate, and come back.
You can use a phone on the plane.
Bobby.
What are you talking about? You can use a fucking phone on a plane.
Robert Kelly.
Dummy, you can use a phone on a plane.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
They have
They don't even
phones
let
on
you
a
listen to your iPod during takeoff.
Yeah,
You know, it gets
turn your
crash.
shit off.
You can Wi-Fi a little bit.
You can Wi-Fi and you can use phones.
Bobby, in 1980, Reagan could take a kitchen phone and call Moscow and say, I'm going to annihilate your half of the planet.
I get that, but everybody.
So
your
where do you
phone right
think they're
now
not, Bobby?
Is more powerful.
I'm a civilian.
That phone
I'm
right
not
there is more
I'm not in the Illuminati.
Are you gonna fucking just
I'm
talk
not in the
about
Illuminati, Bob.
Yeah, but
neither are
the
you.
technology now, the technology that's out there now, the average ass, you can get a laser gun on fucking Gizmodo.
His point
Bobby,
is,
you out of your fucking
Bobby,
mind?
but his point is if we can get that, they've got shit 30 fucking times greater than that.
Dude, they're
That's his
working on a
point.
gun. It's called a
This is my
shit
point,
gun. They can point it at protesters. It makes you want to shit your pants.
Is that real?
Okay, yes.
Because of the technology.
Yes, and he's talking about fucking iPhones.
No, but what I'm saying is the average asshole can't get away with the shit they used to get away with because of the technology. Everybody has a video camera. Everybody, you can go on the internet and search anything you want. So the government can't get away with what they used to
So you
get
don't
away
think
with.
government regulations of the FCC can't? Like the FCC, you think not opening up certain spectrums that they can't control what we get as far as television goes? Bandwidth, they control bandwidth. They control.
Here's
So they
something.
control.
I'm just saying
they
it's
might not
not as-
control the information,
No,
but
I'm
they
not saying
control how much of it can get through at any given moment.
I'm just saying they can't control fucking say, look, that's enough technology for the. I understand that they have
controlled
stuff.
the level of
Jesus
TV
Christ.
that was coming out. They wean out
I'm
the
saying
technology.
that they don't.
They take,
it's not the way it used to be, as bad as it used to be, because of the fucking
worse, Bob.
technology.
It's probably worse.
It's probably not.
When the feds step
probably
in
not.
and put a
What is the
conflict of interest fucking
what is
charges on the
what does the Air
corporation 'cause they're
Force
gonna
One
look-
have that you don't have now? What do you think
I
they
don't
have?
know, Bob.
Nothing.
I have no idea.
You don't know
I'm
because
not on.
Nothing.
You think that Air Force One's technology is the same as my one-bedroom apartment?
Yes, I do. I think they have AT&T Wi-Fi, and it goes out.
No,
I love you, Bob.
I believe all that conspiracy shit because people. This is what kills me. People watch movies like Patriot Games and then they go, "No, everything's fine. Everything's fine." It's like, where the fuck do you think they get the ideas for Born Identity and That doesn't come out of the fucking sky.
People think that shit up. Come on, Joe.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think.
Come on.
And people are saying the TV was kept that way for standardization, so everyone could have television. Or else, because if there was so many different types,
and then what you're dealing with then, because you couldn't keep having a bunch of different ones coming up, but then because they need everybody on the same one, and you feed them all the same bullshit, so everybody gets on the same page.
So they all need the same information feeder.
Yes.
But when a company wants to make money and they create something or invent something for the public, it's about the fucking money. It's
but
I mean, especially now with technology.
But you can make any TV you want as a company, but if the government doesn't open up the airwaves or digitize the signals, then it's just a paperweight.
You can't have a guy, Bob, with a better computer than what they have in the fucking Pentagon, or else he would be able to take all the secrets and they would be in trouble. So they're always going to be 30 fucking years. Dude, Yankee Stadium even had to go, well, we got technology 2014. The shit you're not going to get until 2014 when that thing came out.
I get that, but I don't think it's... what I'm saying is it's not as fucking dramatic different as it used to be. I mean,
what are you basing that on? That's what I want to know.
A phone in the sky back then you're saying that was fucking holy shit. But I'm saying we can make a phone call in the sky now. You can use Wi-Fi in a fucking plane.
But they didn't give it to us for 30 years. That's Bill Burr's whole point.
Yeah, but what do you think they have that
Bob, I
we
didn't
don't
even
know?
have a fucking answering machine.
Look at it this
in
way.
1980.
I love Bill Burr's point because they were doing that 30 years ago, and they finally are kind of allowing us to do it 30 years
when
later.
they have the
Obama library.
I can't just
tap out.
I'm going to tap out right after this.
You can see his face. I love this guy.
Bobby, but that's the whole point.
I know it's the fucking point. What do they have, a hologram and a laser, a fucking lightsaber?
Who knows?
Well,
in 30 years, when you walk through this Air Force One,
have the best shit. That's ludicrous.
What do you think the government has?
Bobby, you're losing on this one, pal.
If Disney World, if fucking Disney World can operate at the fucking level they're operating at, imagine what the goddamn government is doing right now.
Disney World stinks.
There's never a piece of it's
a bunch of dumb
I love
robots
Bill
going,
Burr's point, though. It's a great point that they were doing something that we finally get to do 30 fucking years later. I don't think you do.
Get it.
So then Bill's point is, what else do they have that we're not even going to see for another decade or
30
two?
years. I just don't think it's dramatic as it was back then.
How do you know?
Because we didn't even have... There's two... we have fucking
Why isn't
crazy...
Dick Cheney dead?
I'm fucking explaining it if you fucking shut up, everybody.
If you could break into the
The technology the average asshole has is fucking crazy. The information the average
not as
asshole
crazy as what they got in the
has-
White House.
The information that we have.
Every kid on the block has this crazy thing.
Think about what you can do with that.
FDR had an iPad.
Yeah.
All right, I tap out on that.
FDR had an iPad.
You're right.
That's fucking
They're
hilarious.
gonna invent the best technology that can be stolen from you by some kid on the fucking subway. Somebody can steal that out of your. They've got something way fucking better.
No, he just tapped out, dude. He tapped out.
Oh, he
No,
did.
no,
Okay,
there you
sorry.
go.
I'm
So-
sorry.
Yeah. Joe takes it too far all the fucking time. You just take it too far, Joe.
Project Blue.
It's over.
Would you honk his horn?
It's over.
Blue Beam. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was trying to.
You know what? Maybe somebody
Project
out there, maybe
Blue
one of these fucking
Beam.
listeners, these fucking crazy internet, probably knows technology that they have that we don't know about.
But we won't believe them.
They just came up with the rail gun, which is crazy. The
It's been around
laser.
for a while.
Yeah, but they actually
those super trains work on railgun technology.
Yeah, but they actually have a working
amazing.
rail
All right,
gun.
Bob.
Yeah, so
You're right. The phone thing was just
so
a
that's
weird
what high-speed trains
fluke
work
thing.
on. Railgun technology. Magnets.
The word just scared the shit out of me
Disney
today.
World had that in '62.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Walt was waving his hand, yelling out anti-Semitic shit out of a monorail.
It wasn't weaponized, you fucking moron.
Fuck the Jews. He's up there in his monorail.
Dude, the 5-star general has the same internet I do. I'm telling you, dude.
He's got to wait just like I do.
Yeah, Google's sitting there going, we're going to invent internet speeds that are 500 times faster. You don't think the government's tapping them on the shoulder going, shut the fuck up for a minute. We're going to have that
We'll
first.
tell you when you fucking invent
Yes, you can't have that. You'd be totally fucking with their
Hey, look,
level
if
of
we
control.
all agreed on the show, how fun would it be?
Well, as long as we're disagreeing
Some
with
guys-
Bob Kelly.
That's right. I love when some guy goes, I can't believe nobody's tried to assassinate the president. Yeah, it's like, do you really think some dumb racist hick knows how to assassinate the president? The government knows how to assassinate the president.
Oh, now that's a bold statement.
Oh, boy, there,
I
Joe
didn't say that.
DeRosa.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it, dude.
I wouldn't say that. What the
Anybody
fuck,
can.
man? That was Joe
dangerous thing to
DeRosa.
say?
I know where he lives if you need to know.
I'm not saying they're going to do
Although
it.
you
I'm
already
just
know because
saying.
you're
What
the
do you know?
government.
It's what Trump just said. Governments know how to do that shit. Some
No,
schmuck in the
he didn't
middle of
say assassinate
Alabama
the
doesn't know how to.
president.
He kind of did. He said
What did Joe
$5
do?
billion.
What did Joe do? The whole argument was over. We
Yeah.
had it. It was
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah,
and now he's
everything's
introduced
fine.
it. Another
Bobby in a corner.
harebrained
I was going back to the locker rooms trying to undo the tape on my knees, fucking undo the tape on my fingers.
I didn't mean literally this. Do you know what I mean? All right. I just meant
My,
literally.
my post-fight press
Leaders.
conference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go home.
All right, give me my
What?
goddamn.
It's time to go home.
Okay.
Give me one of my things. I'm going to do it right
What,
now.
fucking 15-year-olds?
While you find that, and cheatthemovie.com. I really want people to go
Yes.
to cheatthemovie.com because these guys really came up with something that might become bigger.
At Cheat the Movie on Twitter, too.
At Cheat the Movie on Twitter, it's Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, and Bob Kelly. Very happy for you guys. Thanks for break character for a second. Very happy for
They
you.
are.
Thanks.
I can't wait to
That's
see
hilarious.
this now.
To break character.
Well, you know.
To break character. My
I guess-
character that they're all assholes.
Yeah, but you walk in this fucking studio and you have to be an asshole for the entire time.
you know what's funny?
I would like to be a real person every once in a while.
We did a podcast, my Monday morning podcast. We just put it up this morning, and at one point we were just fucking trashing each other. And Bob goes, Joe goes, seriously, I love you guys. I'm glad we did this movie. I go, Joe, that emotion is not allowed on this podcast.
Right.
You just-
Yes.
it can't
You
be.
can't do that.
You're not allowed to do that, I guess.
You're not.
But I
Don't
want to
throw
get
that
the
shit out
I want to
there.
get the real word out there
I-
that this fucking thing is.
I appreciate
is
it.
good.
That's good, Opie.
All right.
And you know what? This Saturday night, Joe's going to be there. I mean, Billy, I'm not going to be there. You're not going to be there.
Yeah, I got a gig.
But I do.
Where's your gig?
I'm doing Jim Norton's thing. The
Foxwoods.
anti-social.
Yours is sold out, huh?
It's great.
Yes, it is.
Mine is.
Happy to be there.
Mine at
Just happy
Parlor
to be
Live
there.
in fucking Portland is not
And
sold
you guys
out.
are adding a Seattle date. We're
Yep,
going to talk about
July
Friday.
1st. Tickets go on sale Friday. Thank
That's
you.
fucking huge, man.
is.
I would love to go to Seattle. See
Fucking
you guys.
huge.
That's a great.
And don't take
great
me to that
city.
coffee shop anymore, you fuck.
Oh, fucking
Maybe next time we can
hilarious.
talk about it.
The coffee shop,
Yeah,
Biscontes
you
or whatever
told
the
me
fuck.
they wouldn't let you use your recorder or whatever.
Hold on, Ed, really quick. I know we want to go. Have you ever heard of a coffee place where you're not allowed to use your phone or pull out a laptop?
No.
This fucking takes me to the
It's
place.
like the quiet
the
car
one
on the
place.
train.
It's the worst. Every time I go there, they're cunts, and I brought him there just because I knew they were going to be cunts.
And it was gonna be annoying.
I pulled up my iPad and the Bluetooth keyboard. She walks over. There's no computers here, sir. I
At a
put the
coffee
keyboard
shop.
back in my bag. I go, what about now? She goes, no, you can't do that, sir. I mean, cunty about it.
And then they
you
kicked
can't
us,
even have it in
Yeah,
there.
they're so rude in that
and then they
fucking
kicked
place.
us out.
Yeah, Joe's
because they needed the
there, too.
table.
Joe's been there.
For what?
I
They
stopped
needed the
going 'cause
table.
that
They
made
actually
so
said, "I'm going to
fucking
give you
rude.
your bill now," because basically they should have said it because these people need your fucking.
You might
table.
have to unleash the pests.
Yeah, right.
No.
This guy is proud of his stupid. What are they?
Computerless?
No, his fucking what he makes there. Homemade. Biscottis?
Oh, those things.
He's so proud of his biscottis because he had to come over and tell us about it.
What a guy.
No,
They stink.
Fuck
Yeah,
him.
it's a fucking old cookie you have to dip in milk or tea to make taste good.
It's crumbs.
You chip a tooth on those fucking things.
What's that?
It's like a chip.
What's that?
You guys are talking about
Hey,
computer
I want to
chips?
ask you a question. What's the most important holiday of the year?
Flag Day.
Cunt
Easy.
day.
No.
Hanukkah.
I say Mother's Day.
You didn't let us answer.
Ladies!
Yes. And you know Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Congratulations. Here's a rose
Now
dipped
you're
in
a
gold. Here's a platinum flower.
Hey, maybe they thought you was dead. It's a rose, right? Steven Singer, it's just rose, dipped in 24 karat pure gold,
Which is worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah. It's only $59 though. $59.
Wait a minute.
And it
Gold is $1,500 an ounce.
It's crazy. I don't know how Steven Singer does
Don't
it.
question this.
Okay.
I don't know how Steven
He
Singer
found
does
cheap
it.
gold somewhere. I
It's
don't know how he
amazing.
does
Steven
it.
Singer
That's
does
how
it.
brilliant this guy is.
He goes to gold mines and pans the gold himself. I don't know how he keeps
I actually have
the
one.
overhead
I
down.
gave it to my wife. She loved it.
Don't the girls just love it? And for Mother's Day, it's great. All kinds of different colors just available for Mother's Day, by the way. And it comes in a beautiful gift box. And what do you want? The pearl-colored one or the peach-colored one, which symbolizes appreciation? How about the all-gold one? Get it for your mom. Yeah, for Mother's Day. It's just weeks away. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com or go to 1-888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. Oh, please, order yours right now. What are you waiting for? It's a great Mother's Day gift.
What if your wife was pregnant and then she had a miscarriage? Is she still technically kind of a mother?
Yeah. I would think you could still get her that flower and be like,
Silver
"Ooh."
instead of gold, though? Maybe silver?
Yeah, the bronze.
No, I would give
bronze
her quite a few gold ones and. Yeah, she'd be
You old softy.
Yeah, I know. I'd feel.
What, the baby?
Wow. Jesus.
I wouldn't give a shit.
Every time I watch The Simpsons and I see Mr. Burns, I always think of Anthony. He just lives the same like, big old house. Yes.
You gotta bring in another 15-year-old. Yes. I won't even have to paint the room.
If only it was legal.
You fucking
You
That's what they're gonna
dishonest
say.
assholes.
That's what they're going to say when they lead you out of your house in handcuffs. That's what you're going to be muttering. If only
If
it was
only
legal.
it was legal. I don't understand. It should be. I mean,
Theoretically.
nah. Clean as a whistle, motherfucker. I defy any Fed to check my computer. Go ahead.
That's a good thing
Well,
to
with
say.
a warrant.
There you go.
Give me a little time.
Yeah. Give me a couple of days.
Give me an hour, please.
cut to a shootout at the
It was the
compound.
longest wait for a punchline
Give me a
ever.
fucking-
I was really getting scared for him.
I know. I was like,
It's like
let me take my computers to an MRI machine.
I finally Fed to check my computer that I just bought this morning, brand new.
it's like Waco, Texas.
The mere fact that you know to do that.
is creepy.
That I know that an MRI machine would screw up a hard drive?
That's creepy.
I never do that. I always take my hard drives out, and then I blast a hole through them with a Phillips head screwdriver with a hammer.
Yeah.
And then you just leave them that way, because then they can't.
Just throw them in the Hudson River.
Oh, yeah? Does that work?
Yeah. All your neighbors are going, why does Anthony keep having a pile of burning computers in his backyard?
Just keeps the fire going one after another.
It's better than
This
the
fire
crosses.
Better than the crosses. Jeez.
You know,
So that'd be the great
Stacey.
beginning of a creepy movie. Somebody suffering in the background. Anthony just taking a Phillips head screwdriver to a hard drive.
Joe, you writing?
That is pretty good.
This is your next movie right here.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh, believe me.
You got another
Yeah.
library? We could do it while
That
we're
house
here.
is good. Oh, sure. Give me
Because
it.
we did a little time in between the two things.
Give me that thing, and I'll talk to you about Mother's Day coming up.
What?
And
Mother's
it's the
Day?
perfect time to get a great deal on beautiful flowers. Almost right in my nuts. Flowers. Flowers for Mom. You could do something great for her. Get the 100 blooms for Mom, and it's only $19.99, and you're going to get a beautiful free glass vase. Just $19.99. Yeah, it's great. Upgrade to the premium pink vase and add chocolates for just $10 more.
It's an amazing special. It's good only until midnight on Friday. So order right away. Here's the only way to get your 100 blooms from Mom for just $19.99. Call 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. That's 1-800-PRO.
Oh,
nice. 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS and mention Opie. Or go to proflowers.com and click on the microphone. It's on the top corner. And type in OPIE. That's Opie. It's proflowers.com. Click on the mic and type in Opie. Remember, this offer expires at midnight on Friday. Order right now. Hey, when bitches' fucking tits look like you gotta rub saddle soap between them. That leathery fucking horrid shit. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, like the Real Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, God. See, you watch
the
that.
The elasticity's gone in their skin, but they're still wearing that hot little top.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I like
horrible.
That shit. I like a nice MILF.
No.
The little freckles, the chest
You
freckles.
don't like that.
From being out in the sun for the last 30 years.
Fuck that. I like a TILF.
I like when they got a
teen.
I like when they got a little arm fat.
You
I
like
when
that
the
little
face is
fucking
pulled,
thing?
when the face is pulled back, but the fucking arms are all wrinkled up still. I like that.
When they're showing them walking away in that gown at some gala event, and the backs of their elbows look like frowny faces. Yeah, the elbow skin is like. You just got to put two eyes back there.
Their armpit looks like a pussy.
Oh God, yeah, the armpit. How does that? You look gorgeous. Oh, the face is out all the work, but the neck is fucking telling you a story.
Yeah, the Angela Lansbury.
The dots on their nipples are too big.
Oh, God.
All right, even I tuned out with that.
Yeah, see, it's
Tapped out Joe.
You know what's sick? I was my girl watches all those Real Housewives shows, and when I saw the one for Orange County, I just looked at it like, all right, they picked out the 6 biggest freaks. They put them on here. No one really looks like this. I did the improv down there. Just walk through them all. It's not obviously not everybody, but the level of fucking plastic surgery. It's worse than Hollywood. It's
really?
bad. It's like suburban
bad
plastic surgery. Like, even the guys, they got that Bruce Jenner facelift where you're white, but you're starting to look slightly Asian.
Where
Is
your
that
eyes
yanking it
can't
back?
fucking... They can never get them the same either.
They can't figure that out.
You become completely... Like, you're not symmetrical anymore. One eye's going up. The more they smile, the worse it gets. That smile sideways.
No,
How the fuck do they get away with that? That's malpractice.
The mother and the daughter like shop at the same place. Like they could trade wardrobe clothes.
Oh yeah, Forever 21. Yeah, let's go to Forever 21, Mom. And she thinks she looks it.
Yeah, the dad's wearing those True Religions, like a dragon, diamond dragon on the back pocket.
Yeah, I got pictures. Yeah. Go through just taking pictures of people, tweeting them.
I tell you what I do like is those mob wives. Those chicks are hot.
We had them in.
We had them in.
They're not hot.
The tall, the skinny ones.
The redhead? There was one Jimmy was losing his mind over. She was
that's
hot.
what does it for me. That type of fucking
white trash.
I'm gonna be
shit out of you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, if you take a woman,
Anthony, be honest.
A lady.
I'll be honest,
please.
A still very well put together
broad,
45 to 50-year-old broad,
a cheerleader who wouldn't take her coat off. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was
bad.
we had the lingerie bowl.
Yeah, lingerie bowl.
People in.
And she hated fucking Patrice.
And the porn star that left crying.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There was also the Sports
This sounds like a trilogy of books. The porn star that left crying. The butterfly that attacked the hornet. Or whatever.
You won't believe.
We might not.
The porn star that left crying.
We might not be able to do this. There's too many.
There was a Sports Illustrated model we had on the phone, and Ope got her all upset, and she hung up because he kept saying how awkward her pinky toe was in her photos.
This girl was perfect.
Yeah,
she really was. But I noticed that her pinky toe was a little strange, so I obsessively just talked about that to the point she got really depressed and sad and hung up.
What about when Amanda Peet called in?
Amanda Peet was... What did I do there?
You called her tit silly or something.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't like that.
No, she didn't.
I think we
Dude,
give
you guys
this.
should do your own like Hollywood show. Remember that show, Coming Up Next? And they always kiss the celebrity's ass. You guys just do it the other way.
The other way around.
But it's still just as bubbly.
Put this on the Facebook page, then have the hardcore listeners really figure this out for us, and we'll do the top ones of all time, because there is a bunch. All right, hey, we have one more most annoying 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, do you add Asner first? What do you want to do? Let's do the most annoying 30 seconds. We'll get this out of the way.
Yeah.
$2,000 up for grabs, courtesy of Steven Singer. I hate stevensinger.com. The last entry today, Mike Ford, the last finalist.
Mike?
I'm Sam. I'm Sam.
No, I'm Sam.
No, I'm Sam.
How can you be Sam if I'm Sam?
I'm Sam.
How do you do? I'm Sam.
How can you be Sam if I'm Sam?
How can you be Sam if I'm Sam? I'm Sam and I'm from New Rock City.
That's annoying.
Yeah, he makes it.
Yeah, keep him in there.
All right, so
see how it pans out at the end.
Unfortunately, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have 12 in the contest.
Yeah. Okay.
We only knocked out 7.
That's okay.
So we'll replay all of them again.
Yeah.
And then we'll make some
at it.
some.
That's how you know if it's truly annoying. If you keep playing it and you still hate it.
All right.
I swear, I was in the fucking Caribbean for 2 weeks, and I was fine. Yesterday, here in New York,
you look a little red.
I went out in my fucking backyard and laid down on a chaise lounge, as they call it, chaise lounge by the pool, and fried my face. Look. Look at my neck.
Oh, fuck, dude.
It's like where the shirt was, because all I did and put her up against an 18-year-old. You got to take the 18-year-old.
I totally disagree.
No, because it just feels better on your fingers.
It's too wet.
The skin is better. It's too wet.
It's too wet.
It's too wet.
The vagina lips are just cold from not being in use.
Would you take a fat 19-year-old or an in-shape 42-year-old?
I'd probably take the fat 18-year-old.
Oh, this is fun. All right.
No,
a 19-year-old. Wait a minute. A 19-year-old had a kid, C-section, or a hot 41.
Any fucking kid, any woman that's had a kid at that age gets a few years added. So,
right.
so that
C-section.
Yeah, then you got to go with the older broad.
Okay, ready?
41.
Yeah,
Here's one. An 18
C-section.
And the 41-year-old hasn't had a C-section.
No. Her dad didn't stick around. She still thinks she looks hot. She's doing that shit.
You got to go with the 40.
No kids.
Then you got to go with the 41-year-old.
An 18-year-old redhead, one gray tooth, that lost around 300 pounds, but she's hot now.
White, like flappy tits.
Yeah, she's hot now, though.
So what's the problem?
Against
the one gray tooth?
A 42-year-old smoking hot.
Who smokes cigarettes?
Smokes cigarettes and talks like this.
Anthony, come here for a second. I love your huge cock. Keep it out of the sun.
I don't know.
Why
That's
are you always in the basement watching videos on Netflix.
That's a toss-up. I might have to flip over the.
I gotta.
What's going to be the deal breaker? Something that comes out of one of their mouths.
Yeah, that would be.
The 18-year-old, when you take her clothes off,
I don't remember
though,
ACDC. All right, you're out.
No, you're in.
Yeah, you're in.
You're in. Good.
I got a dilemma. I got a dilemma one for you. Here it is.
Okay. All right.
40 years old.
Yeah.
Pretty good body. Mm-hmm. Decent tits. Immaculate vagina. Immaculate vagina. Tight. Pink. Beautiful.
Painted on the inside, on the ceiling of a strip club.
Oh,
that level of
okay.
Just
immaculate.
beautiful.
Very good.
Or an 18-year-old, pretty good body, bad tits, and her pussy just smells like the inside of a tooth that fell out of your mouth.
Then I got to go 40.
Yeah, that's it. No, you should have upped the number. You should have said 49.
Yeah, you made it a little too
Bill's
easy.
like, you made it too easy.
Bill's right. You almost had
made it too easy.
I like to see that Ed picks a few older broads, though.
Well, yeah, I'm not completely insane with just youth does not instantly mean best. It doesn't. But I'm saying for the most part, I would rather take a 18, 19, 20-year-old girl that was lay down and like pass out. I was tired. Like, I'm fucking...
You're fried.
I'm fried.
Just say, you got some color. You look all right over there.
It's crazy.
You got a little life,
Well,
twinkle in your eye?
I had some. Yeah, I had a tan up until yesterday when I laid out in my backyard, which apparently is on the equator, and fucking just burnt my face.
How many hours did you pass out for?
I don't know, maybe an hour and a half.
6 years?
Yeah, just fucking all day till it was dark out.
Yeah, 90 minutes, that'll do it.
Oh, it will. Yeah, an hour and a half of just in the blazing sun.
Mm-hmm. I would have had to call in sick if I was out there for 40 minutes.
Oh, please. Yeah. You're a little, what they call fair.
Yeah,
fair skin.
So you can handle that. That'll be tan within a day.
Yeah, it'll be
guys
all right,
like me and Bill. That's a week of fucking torture.
But I woke up
he
and
doesn't
like
even
my
look
eyes
that
are
red.
swollen.
No.
Like I'm a fucking mess. I feel it. It's like everything's tight.
Sure, that's from the
bronze
sun.
tan tomorrow.
Yeah, it's well, the booze
The empty
probably.
bottle of Jack next to you and the 12-year-old you were with.
Jesus.
Not 12. Wrong number.
12-year-old.
17.
That's how old the
3/4.
scotch was.
Yeah, nice 12-year-old scotch.
That's a good Anthony roast joke.
Of course.
What was older, your scotch or your date?
I am quite a ghoul. Quite a creepy ghoul.
No, but it makes it so much less creepier if someone owns up to the fact that they're creepy. If you were defending it, it's like...
You're right.
I'm not trying to hide a
You know
thing.
Anthony has a cape when he opens the front
Yes.
door?
Come in.
Big giant knocker.
He puts a
Please enter my house.
He puts a pillow
I
on
must-
Danny's back.
I must suck the youth out of you.
How old are you? Let me count. 1, 2, 11.
Come out to the pool. We will go in the jacuzzi.
And she said, Anthony, how'd you get out here so quick?
Yes, I just flutter out the back door.
He doesn't turn into a bat, though. He turns into like a fucking old pigeon.
Stephen S. from Bayshore, Count Wapula.
That's me. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
I don't like fucking touching old bitches.
Well, you can always change your ways.
No, never.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, that's perfect. What the fuck are you going to do?
Shit. I don't like fucking.
There's your T-shirt right there. Count Wapula. What the fuck are you going to do?
What are you gonna
What the fuck are you going to do?
I hate.
That's an obscure one, but it could be a good one. Bill, we're talking about uncomfortable interviews we've had over the years.
Yeah, we want to put something
And
together.
we might put a special together.
Oh, you know what's funny? I was...
At Asner.
Yeah. We were I mentioned that. I
You
think
did?
first.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, that was a
There
bad
was
one.
a guy on one of my on. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, I'm on.
Your headphones are probably
Oh,
fucked up.
Jesus, is this on?
Fuck it up.
I was on a flight recently, and some guy from behind looked like Lou Grant. Just some random guy.
I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, so
That's a great pick.
So I took a picture of the guy, and I go, Ed Asner was on my flight. I was too nervous to take a picture, and everyone was just like, he should have asked you for your autograph. Like, people actually thought it was him. The guy had he was bald, but his hair was brown. He was clearly...
It wasn't. He was a lot younger than.
Yeah, clearly. There was a couple people who got it who was just like, wow, that guy hasn't aged a day.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of them. But then all of a sudden everyone started writing all this stuff. Don't tell him you're friends with Opie. Don't tell him about the
Yeah.
O&A show. And I was like, God, what happened this time?
Well, it
I was
wasn't
playing
around.
a poker tournament.
It seems when Ant's not around, it gets a little ugly at times. Ant was in the middle of a poker tournament in L.A., and it was me, Joe Rogan. Who else was there? Jimmy, obviously.
Yeah.
And we talked to Ed Asner, and it was so boring. I basically told him, he has to go.
They're telling us
What?
you have to go. Yeah. It's
And
fuck you.
he was all confused. And yeah.
He said, fuck you?
You've never heard this?
Oh yeah,
No.
he did.
Can we play this for Bill
Ed
Burr today?
Asner saying "fuck you."
And
I think we have just a really short version of.
Yeah,
he
we
was
don't.
legitimately angry.
Yeah, we don't need the long version. Just to the point. And we're gonna put a special together. Uncomfortable interviews.
Yeah.
On the Opie and Anthony show.
Our collection.
Yeah.
Of uncomfortable interviews.
Chris Jericho with Jimmy. There might be too many. This might have to be a two-parter.
Two-parter.
Ashley Dupree.
Oh, you know what?
was recent.
This could be like a vacation thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
And I remember throughout the years, let's say, we've always said that we'll replay that big fight that happened one day if there was a time where it made sense and it could be narrated or whatever. Maybe this is a good place for that.
True.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That could be like the big capper.
The big capper, we can do that too.
That was highly uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
The money shot.
Absolutely.
You were excited.
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were making fun of because you said the big capper. And you really
No,
didn't
I
get
think that was a. I mean, it was a big thing that happened on the show, and I don't think it's ever been replayed. To be honest.
Wait, fucking, you gotta back it up where he calls me the Destroyer. That's
The whole clip's a minute and a half. I thought you wanted to get right to
a
the
minute and a
fucking
half.
part.
We could kill a minute and a half.
Oh, that's why they were saying Opie the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone's coming up when Patrice offended that.